live. We're live. Hello,
Hi, everyone.
everybody. Good to see everybody. My God, we got all our regular peeps here. Amy's here.
Yeah.
Caesar, Alexa, Beth,
Scary Mary.
Hi, everybody.
Ozzy's in the house.
Ozzy Gozzy, what's going on?
Artsy's here.
Janine, Lynn.
Oh my
God,
God.
everybody.
Hi, you guys.
All the
The
people.
gang's all here.
All our peeps.
Tracy.
I think I saw Australia. There's Ozzy's Australia.
Yeah.
We got people from everywhere. Tracy.
Hey,
hello.
Lynn, what's going on? All the people.
So just a couple things, you guys, before we bring on our very special guest, who's Mr. Steve Hodel.
Steve Hodel's going to be here for the live party tonight.
Yay. Just some
Hi,
quick
Mom.
housekeeping.
Hi, Val.
Don't forget the hey Deborah, the thumbnail. It shows where you guys can help support the cause for season 2. Any donations you can give, every single dollar helps. If you don't want to just give money, buy some merch. And if you don't want to do either of those, Mama Perreta in the house. Jane's here. And if you don't want to do any of those, come join the website because we have a blast over there too. Double audio doctors in the house.
Doc.
Iowa. Is anybody else getting double audio?
I hope not.
No.
Maine is in the house. Colorado's in the house. So please don't forget to help us with season 2. If you want a reading with Joe and Bryce, those links are in the description as well, joepereta.com and connectionswithb.com. Go book a reading because they're really amazing. Scotland's in the house. Celtic forever.
Nice.
My God.
And yeah, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and all his comments and all that. So without further ado, Mr. Steve Hodel is in the house.
Hi, Steve.
We're so honored to have him here because he was such a huge part of this episode. Oh my God.
Janine.
Thank you so much. Thank
Oh my
you.
God, thank you.
You guys are amazing already.
That's amazing. Thank you, darling.
Thanks for the invite. You guys are doing a great job. I've watched, I think I've pretty much seen all of the episodes, and I'm just blown away by how much information you're putting out there and the support. And I really appreciate it big time.
Thank you.
Nice.
We love you.
Yeah, and you know, the bottom line is, had we not ended up at the Soden House and met Steve, we all may not be sitting here because it was certainly never our intention to go in this direction. Yes, hello, your merch.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. Lynn, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
My God,
Yes,
you
thank
guys.
you. Thank you
guys are
guys
the
so
best.
much.
You guys
Thank
are
you,
crazy.
thank
so much. That's where they do work. Yes.
Amazing.
You guys are wonderful. Thank you.
But you know, Karen and I knew nothing about this case, and we go, Ozzy, thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are just seriously.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Karen and I did a cram session the week before we found out we were going, and on a whim, I called Steve, hoping he could talk us through this and meet us at the house and give us a tour and explain things to us because we were such newbies. Steve, how did it feel walking into that house again after so many years?
Well, you know, it really was, it really hit me hard because, you know, it was a fantasy land for me as a boy growing up. I was there, you know, basically in and out for 5 years from 1945 to 1950. So I was, 5 to 10, basically. And it was a fantasy. I loved that home. And then, of course, walking in there with all of the background, the new background, it was tough. It was hard for me, but I saw it, and it had changed a lot too. You know, I mean, especially, let's see, had we gone in, was it still the old place when we went in, or had they?
No, it had been retrofitted already.
Zoran had done his thing.
That was a big shock too, because, you know, it was completely different feeling from what I remembered as a boy, and the pool and all of that. None of that existed before, of course.
Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, you guys are amazing.
Sorry, Steve, we have to interrupt when our people.
No, absolutely.
They're just off the chain. You guys are
Money talks.
I think what was amazing is how we were able to walk through this house with you and also have you point out how different things were in different areas and who was where and what was where. And I think it helped our audience as well, you know, be able to go back in time through your vision of what the house was like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was my favorite part of the episode, actually, was
Yeah.
the walkthrough with you, Steve, because it was just so interesting to have someone who was there when, you know, in the beginning.
Yeah, it was. It's an amazing home, and it's by itself. I mean, it's as much a character in the story as anybody else, if not more so.
Definitely.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, Steve, we have a question for you, and I think you know the answer to this. Did your mom have any idea of what was going on in that house with George at the time?
Sadly, yes, she did. She knew a lot. Actually, you know, when I got into the early years, you know, the two books that I did, the 20s and 30s, it looks really I'm pretty positive that she knew a lot of the criminality. She was what would you call her? A passive accomplice, I guess you'd say. You know, she was terrified, and at the same time, kind of forced. Once she was forced into it, Dad had her by the huevos rancheros, you know, and she also had when we were born, she had the mother bear thing where she had to protect her cubs, so to speak.
Yeah.
And so she was terrified, and you know, no wonder she drank as heavily as she did. You know.
Yeah.
I would
100%.
have. God knows, Ozzy. Every dollar is so important. Don't ever say
Yeah, I
you
saw
haven't
that.
given
Thank
enough.
you.
My God, girl.
Thank
Boy.
you. We really just appreciate everything.
every donation.
The best.
Tracy,
Tracy, thank you.
But don't ever belittle
Tracy,
yourself like that, because we are so grateful and thank you.
We really are.
Liking and subscribing, that is awesome. If you haven't hit the like button, please do, because every time we get a new subscriber, we get a like. That helps us too.
All of it squares on both sides to be the Brady Bunch.
That's what I said before.
You gotta start the thing, I know.
Had David and John showed up, it would have been like that, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we've got, you know, a lot of people in here to get the episode started.
I think so.
I have to tell you guys, we're assuming, was Steve in that house when Beth Short died? Steve, you want to answer that one real quick before we go?
Yeah, no, we weren't. You know, I assumed we were still living there, but I couldn't figure out quite how could he pull something like that off. Well, actually, the DA documents verify that we were actually staying at my mother's brother's house for 3 weeks or a month during that time period. He flat out, Lieutenant Jemison flat out asks her, you know, and she says, no, we were at her brother's Uncle Gene's house during that 3-week period. So no, we were. He had the house all to himself.
Thank goodness, right? Yeah, exactly, Mayor.
No kidding.
So everybody that's here, we are assuming that you've seen this episode already, because we're going to be yammering all through it. So if you haven't seen it and you don't want to hear us yammering, go back and watch episode 1. For everybody who is here, it should be merged wherever the Rancheros.
That's a good idea.
Good one, Mary. For everybody who hasn't seen it, please go and watch it that way if you don't want to hear us yammering. And
Lisa put extended cuts in for tonight's episode.
I did put some extended cuts in.
There's some stuff that's never been seen before.
The first thing, I'm just going to say this as I start, just so you guys know, there's no introduction. There's no all the usual crap that we have at the beginning. This first scene is what we call a cold open here in Hollywood. And the reason I wanted to put this cold open in, a major reason, was because it showed the entire team working together for the first time, like that we were all together in one room. So we had all three mediums. We had David, John, and George. We'd all never been together. And including this Soden episode, we don't have Kelvin with us. So it was a moment to see the entire team working together, plus the fact that what our mediums were picking up was coming through on the ghost box. And it also kind of left this cliffhanger, not Kelvin passing out, but the cliffhanger of why are they talking about Elizabeth Short here? And why is she there? And things like that. So that was the reason for the cold open. And what happened to my mouse?
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Get lost connection? That's no fun.
Our mouse died. Hold on one
No, it
second.
didn't.
Of course it did.
Good crap.
Right.
There it goes.
Oh, there it goes. It's always something with us.
I
Always
think that
something.
whatever's here got all their strength together last night when they were listening to us, talk about how as a team we were going to be strong. And something just tells me that we needed to get together as a team to fight back and pull all of our energy together in one room so that maybe we can get the answers that they keep trying to block from us. And this seems to be the room that we need to be in. So that was my thoughts. Does anybody else have any thoughts?
I hate this room.
That's
Maybe
still
we
the
could just
funniest
ask,
moment ever.
because
It's just like,
from my
Tell us how
experience
you really
today, I
feel,
feel like
Karen.
I've been pulled all over the place. The uncertainty is really massive. So there's a secret or secrets that they're trying to hide that's quite significant to the point where they don't want it out. So what we would do is just outwardly say, okay, whoever lived here, however it went down, whatever happened, are you willing to help us? And one of us three mediums will pick it up, or the ghost boxes will pick it up.
I think too, if we set our intentions as a group to raise the vibrations, to get clear, concise messages together, united, we'll be successful.
Nice. So, Mr. George Brown, which box you want to use?
I guess we'll run the stealth box.
this is also
Yeah,
one of the
run
first
it
times
with the
that we
audio
had run the stealth box
put
throughout
on
the
yet today.
investigation.
So why would Elizabeth Short be standing beside you, Liz?
I always forget about the
She's
cell
part
phone.
of it, right?
I don't know.
And I do
Because
have
she's
to
just
tell you
standing
guys,
here,
the most
and I
shocking
figured that
thing
might
was
have been
when
the
he
dark
said
girl I
that.
saw earlier today. So
What is she
the
doing now?
significance
I
right
don't
now, as we
know.
just asked. She's standing there, she said, help me, help me.
Is she sincere in her asking for help?
Yes, she's only got a moment, so yes, it might as well ask me questions and I'll answer them for you.
What was the motivation behind her murder?
Pleasure.
I will second that because she said to me sex, so I'm right there with you, Kelvin.
And I was
Is
just so
the body
amazed
parts
at
that
how in
pieces of
tune our
her, is
mediums
that
were
the
both.
same?
Like,
No.
working
Yeah.
and
Her
everything.
legs and her upper
Yeah.
both women.
Brandon got the name
Any
Demon
idea
Bait
the other
because
woman
he
might be?
attracts
Lost.
them.
Any idea about the murder? About the murderer?
Oh, the murderer.
Yeah, sorry.
You all know.
Dr. Hodel? Was there anybody else working with Dr. Hodel?
Yes. Don't be afraid of what you've found. I don't know if your ghost box is picking her up, but she's like right in me, man.
Hey, Steve, I am going to pause this just for 1 second. Do you have a theory on who was working with George?
Oh, I absolutely believe that Fred Sexton was an accomplice on many of his crimes, going all the way back to the early years, and I don't know how many of your viewers know, but, with the 2 volumes that I wrote after Most Evil 1 and 2 and BDA 1, 2, and 3, the last 2 books were covering, he didn't wake up at age 40 at the Franklin house and say, I think I'll be a serial killer. He actually started as a teen and never stopped. So basically, as incredible as it sounds, I'm looking at about 50 murders in 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And real quick to answer your question, effing feminist did, but Fred Sexton, he was very good friends with George Hodel. He was also an artist and probably his co-conspirator. in
Yeah,
some of
Fred
this.
Sexton actually, if you've ever watched the movie The Maltese Falcon, the black statue, Fred Sexton designed that.
Yeah, he actually sculpted that statue for John
wow.
Huston.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Wow, interesting. Who knew?
Help me.
Oh my god.
How can we help her?
That actually said Joe. Help me, Joe.
I think that's why I said, oh my god.
It's okay. Calm.
I was like, oh no, not
She's
again.
telling me to stay calm.
I'm kind of freaking out. So
Stay calm.
Somebody
Audrey a
was
lot.
coming.
No, not yet. He's coming.
Coming.
He's so amazing to me.
I'm afraid.
It's okay. It's okay.
Can we protect her?
Yes.
How?
Hurt him. Kind of reach.
We need to raise the vibrations of light energy.
Can you turn it up and out, George? Whoa, 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 what just fucking happened? Oh shit, somebody turn on the fucking lights right now. Turn on the lights. Somebody. Somebody get the fucking lights.
What you guys have to remember is, even though we had that low light camera, it was pitch
black in there.
It was
black
dark.
there.
It was dark.
Nobody had any idea that Kelvin had gone down, and it wasn't until, because I had the IR camera looking at George to tell him to turn it up, and it wasn't until I panned back over and I was like, where the hell did Kelvin go? And I panned down, and he was on the floor. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Yeah, I took his pulse. I didn't feel, it was very thready. It was very, very light. And his eyes were rolled back in his head. I was about ready to rip his shirt open and start CPR.
Yeah, the only
that's where
reason
I
we
was
didn't
at.
call 911 is because I always put
Nobody could find a freaking phone.
my phone. I always put it by the ghost box, and so I'm like searching for my phone, and I forgot, and I couldn't find it, and by all of a sudden he sat up. So
yeah, I was smacking him in the face. I was hitting him in the face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have an explanation
by
for
Lloyd
that?
Wright Jr., who was the architect.
Apparently, according to Kelvin, Elizabeth Short knocked him out.
No,
Literally,
what happened
he
is he was channeling her, and whoever was coming, and we all have our theories that it was either George or Lloyd Wright. She left him so quickly that it was like it just took everything out of him. You know, imagine somebody holding you up, and then they just drop you and leave, and that was kind of what happened.
Yeah.
Joe, do you have better thoughts about that? I should have let
No,
you know.
I mean that definitely sounds right. I think sometimes too.
Oh, we can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you.
You're good.
I can't hear him at all. Can everybody else hear him?
That's
Can everyone else hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can the chat? Can the chat hear me?
So I guess I just can't hear Joe tonight.
All right. I guess Bryce can't hear me tonight. What the hell was I saying?
Oh, about Kelvin falling out.
Oh yeah, you know what? Sometimes you just go so deep too. Like I don't do trance mediumship at all. I just not my thing. And I think sometimes if you just go too deep and get too far into the energy, like it can be, I don't know, very draining or something. Or, you know, there was so much going on in that room too. Who the hell knows if it was like a negative thing or he went too deep or like it was like you said, she left and it just kind of like sent him for a spin. It could have been so many different things.
Yeah.
They moved in by the end of 1926, but then their life seemed to take a wrong turn because not only were they divorced 3 years later, but one of them would later be murdered. The Soden house has always been an oddity, and rightfully so, because in his design, Lloyd Wright used Mayan occult, sacred geometry, and numerology.
This house really
On
looks
either
so
side of the
crazy.
house, there were two pyramids
really
directly opposite each other.
I kind of love
And
this though. I'm
pyramids
not gonna
are
lie to
energy
you.
conduits that focus
I thought it
and
was so
intensify
cool.
whatever energy brought in, good
Oh,
or
Cindy!
evil.
Thank
Then he
you
added
so much.
Thank you.
that Maya
Alright,
culture
darling.
serves as antennas
Thank
to
you.
spirit.
Hey,
The
I-
front
I-
facade has an overhang,
I
which
do
to
have
me
a really
resembles
quick question. Do you think George understood the energy of that house?
Good question. Yes, I think he did. I think he'd been attracted to it long before he bought it.
Mm.
You know, and I suspect it was probably always a dream of his to own the house, because of course it had been there from the 20s, and Dad had been in LA and grew up with the house. So I suspect it fit fit right in with his own surrealist thinking, and
Right.
I think it was a strong desire on his part to own it for a long time before he actually did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I agree with that, Amy, 100%.
It does.
Yeah, Tracy, it was spooky. But you know, I
It's a
kind of
serpent
loved
smell.
running around there
The
for
front
2 days.
gate
Like, I
is an
thought it was
arrow
so cool.
pointing
I
down,
like low-key wish
possibly
it
a
was
descent
bigger.
into
3
the
days.
unknown.
You were there
And
for
through
3
the
days.
gate is
and
an
We were there
entrance
3
that is
days?
concealed
Yeah.
like some
Yeah.
ancient
Oh, I thought it was
temple
2.
meant for initiates. In the
thought it was
1920s,
2. My bad.
spirituality spread like wildfire. So much so that parties often included some type of spiritual entertainment. The question I had with an already energetically charged home. Had the Sodens played with
Is this
fire
footage from
during
the
a
drone?
party and accidentally opened
No,
a portal that
that
would
is.
forever
That's
affect
drone
that
footage.
house?
That other footage
But I didn't know any
is
of that when we went to the
footage that
Soden
I
house. We were
took
going just to test
the
a bunch
night
of
of that
ghost
weird
boxes.
party
But
that
we
was
did
at
need
the
to do some
Oh,
research
that's the
on
We
weird
got a lot of
party.
good
house. Dr.
B-roll
George
out of that, I
Hodel,
gotta
who
tell
lived
ya.
in the house from 1945 to 1950. In 2003, Dr. George Hodel's son, Steve Hodel, came out with a book stating that his father was the killer of the Black Dahlia, and that his father not only killed Elizabeth Short, but bisected her in the Soden house. We went into the house. I had one goal and one goal only, to see if we could get confirmation from Spirit that Steve Hodel was right and that George Hodel killed not only Elizabeth Short, but at least
definitely
35 other women. And we got
I
that
would say.
confirmation. But what happened after that was an experience none of us will ever forget.
Yeah, I think we got a ton of confirmation.
I've been working with spirits most of my life. There's not a time in my life that I don't recall being a psychic medium. I
Can
grew up in
someone
a
ask
psychic
Bryce
household.
how
My
she
mom
feels watching
is a
this
psychic. Her
after
grandmother, her mother.
filming, and also after having that dream?
I've seen spirits my whole
She
life.
can't hear me.
So I do have more comfort in the
How
spirit
do you
world than I
feel?
do
Okay,
with
Joe's
living
question. How do you
people.
feel about watching this after your dream that you had in there?
Okay, I was thinking about that while we're watching. It just reminded me exactly of what Steve said. It's almost like it was calling him, or he was called to it before. That's similar to what happened with my dream. I had a dream about the Soden house. I didn't know what the Soden house. I'm not from LA. I didn't know anything, and I didn't really have a background of any of this stuff. So I had a very vivid dream about it, that I was in the house at a party and I was worried I couldn't get out. But I remember the house specifically because it's such a unique looking house. I mean, that's not something that looks like anything else anywhere. So when Joe first mentioned the name and I Googled what the Soden house was, I was like, I've been here. I was here in a dream, a very vivid dream.
Yeah, we were on
So
on
yeah,
the
if Joe
phone when
says
she said
anything, I
that.
just need someone to relay the message. I'm sorry. Unless you want me to sign out and sign back in.
No, he can hear you.
Okay, I
She
just can't hear him at all.
she can't hear me.
Are you
I
saying-
just need a translator for her.
Oh, what did you say? Did you say something?
I said we were on the phone.
Joe or
when
me?
When I told her.
Oh, we were on the phone when you guys were on the phone when he told you.
Oh, yes.
And she was like, "Oh my God, it's crazy."
And he was like, "Oh my God." It's so weird to say. So, really quick, the layout of the house, the floor plan. Karen, go ahead.
The floor plan it's fairly simple. It's a box with
Rectangle.
A rectangle, yes. It faces almost due south, east colonnade, west colonnade, with bedrooms on the east colonnade, kitchen, maid's quarters, George's office,
dining room
on the west colonnade.
Oh, thank you.
Man, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Living room is on the south
Carolina
side.
in the house.
Living room is on the south side. Studio is on the north side. And then, Steve, you can talk about your bedroom was in the back northeast corner.
Where the new master bedroom is, which you guys will see in a little bit. That's about where Steve's bedroom was.
Along with a dark room for photography back there in the corner too.
And then the basement.
Yeah.
And that's really it.
The basement. That's right. No, hardly any windows except in the, really there's very few.
Well, in the bedrooms there are, but not an easy escape route, I'll tell you that much.
Lived here until 1950. So this was our home at that time. Dad was head of LA County Health Department. He had his own venereal disease clinic downtown and was kind of a doctor to the stars. He treated a lot of the movie people, film people, had a lot of surrealist friends, artists, very eclectic mix of people.
Okay. I don't like blindfolding our mediums, but Maureen had a visit from Elizabeth Short before this investigation. Normal instincts would have been for her to research her case and see the Soden house. Once we were inside, I would remove it.
Profound nausea. So often when a spirit is coming through, they let me know how they're feeling at the time of death. So the nausea is the upset
Quick
from
question
the
for
situation
you.
of their passing.
My father eventually will marry 5
I'm going to
different
pause
women
this
and
for
have
1
11
second. I hear Rima in the background. Were you guys allowed in the basement?
Only when we got spankings. Actually, that's not true. He did have a old train set up down there, a large track and stuff. And we would occasionally go down and be allowed to watch the train go around in a circle. But he did have a leather strap down there, and when we misbehaved, he spanked us. Now, I'm not talking about a brutal beating or anything. It's kind of like old school. That's what some fathers did, was they spanked their children.
Oh, back in the day, my God, even when I was in grade school, they still had paddles.
Yep.
You know.
And Steve, I also want to point out he had a printing press down there too.
He did. He had a printing press down there, and one of the things that and maybe we can get into this later or not, but if we're talking about the victims and the buried bodies in the basement and stuff, personally, I don't believe there were bodies buried in the basement. Karen, and Elisa, you'll probably recall that it was paved over when you were there. That was changed a lot, but basically it was decomposed granite, hard, almost like rock. I think that they were bled out. I think they were many of them were murdered bled out in the basement, and I think that's what Buster alerted on when we did the search with a canine cadaver dog.
And possibly some use in the incinerator as well.
Well, yeah, and farther now, there's a possibility that they could have been buried farther back, which was more soil, softer soil.
Very soft.
Right.
Yes, Beth, this is a Lloyd Wright house as well. Yeah. You'll see more of the basement in a little bit.
Was a daughter named Tamar. She was born in 35, so she was 6 years my senior. She came down the summer of 49 and stayed with us here. She was 14. And there was a lot of kind of open, free stuff going on. Not that there was sex in the all around and open, it was more private. But they were all kind of very avant-garde and very liberal and very free with themselves. A lot of nude sunbathing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. The courtyard here was, of course, the pool didn't exist.
Didn't see that coming.
This was all solid, mostly cacti. And it had a small pond in the back.
Yeah, I agree.
And so a lot of the parties would be out there, open air, starlight, you know.
I'm feeling like this person was
But like, you know, Steve
almost
said,
intoxicated.
It was
because
like
I'm getting that woozy feeling
so I
of
guess, you know,
either
it
drugs
depends on your
or
perspective
alcohol
as a kid
or
running
both.
around. It could seem really cool.
Now here's the living room. My father's
I would have
desk was
enjoyed
here
it.
where he did a lot of his office work.
Maybe.
You're
I
right,
thought it was
you're
really
right.
interesting and
It was really
myths
nice.
that's developed over the years in regards to the house is the secret room. That's kind of gotten blown way out of proportion. People visualize it as a secret operating room where he went in and did his surgery and stuff. Not at all. Actually, what it was and is.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So the house was built in 26, and what this was, that was Prohibition.
These
So
are
what
cool
this was
pictures.
simply a small
These
area
pictures
to
came
hide
from the
and store the
Snowden's,
booze. Tamar had
grandchildren,
told them
by
about
the
this.
way.
Oh,
They did a
really?
search warrant on
Yes.
later incest charges.
Oh,
This is
From,
actually where they
Ruth's
recovered some of the
granddaughter.
pornographic art.
That's cool that they sent those
photographs
to you.
and stuff were found in here. When Dad sold the house in 1950 and fled the country, the new buyer was a doctor who he knew, a Dr. Mazur. He lived here for about a year.
Steve, you should
and he was
know
cleaning out the
when the grandkids sent us those photographs of the Soden house, the first thing with no prompt, the first email answer was, "You found the deep, dark secrets of my grandparents' house, huh?"
My grandparents in Lloyd Wright.
And Lloyd Wright.
My grandparents' house in Lloyd Wright.
That was their first email with no prompt at all.
No prompt. I
Really?
just wanted to chat with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the Mazur.
No, that was
No,
actually the Soden grandchildren.
granddaughters. Yeah.
Oh, the Soden grudge. Oh,
Yeah.
I got you.
First comment. It's crazy.
Interesting opener.
Yeah.
here, and he finds a box. And he takes the box down and he drops it, and it'll outspill all kinds of pornographic photographs.
So the cops missed that.
The cops missed that on the search, that's for sure, in 49. He says he burned them, so I would love to see what was in there. Who knows what photographs were there. Supposedly, they also made some pornographic 16 millimeter films here.
I'm taking Maureen in through the back alley to the Soden house while Steve goes to pick up our other medium, Joe Perreta.
Definitely.
So this isn't just like a party trick or a way to impress people or scare people. Mediums, most mediums, and even psychics, I believe, do this work because it's healing and it can help people.
Sitting in with Angelica Houston somewhere, his daughter,
The story, the victim's story, or the story of this house. I asked my guides to give me a little bit of an extra layer of protection today because I feel like I'm walking into a lot of heavy, dense, negative energy. There is a male energy.
I don't know who cut my hair.
Every time I tune into where I'm going, I keep feeling him in spirit, not alive. But he won't
this wasn't in the episode, right? This is new?
I can't get any information from him. I just see him, and I keep seeing him like it's almost as if he's guarding the property that I'm going to, or he like watches it. Like I keep seeing him. I want to call him like the Watchman, but I don't know if if he went by that in life or not. But that's what he feels like. But I don't get such a good, happy feeling from him.
Oh, thank you,
he feels a little like heavy, depressed energy as well. So I don't know if he's a victim or
that was a little tadpole
or
here.
what. But I have to get there to get more of the story from him.
Maybe I was like 25.
But it's funny, I don't see him like I would see someone standing in front of me. I just see him as like a darker figure. I know he's male, and I keep seeing him wearing a hat with it's not a top hat. It's like one of those, like a fedora, or has like the rim around it. I keep seeing one of those. Like he doesn't look like he's from this time. Like I'm not getting him very recent. I don't know if I'm not getting like 1800s or anything, but I don't know what this is about as well. I don't know if this is there or if this is what the place used to look like. But they keep showing me the image of. I keep seeing I don't know if it's purple flowers or like trees that bloom purple. Like there's something about the color purple on the outside of this house, and it could be painted. It could have been painted purple, but it's like plants or a bush.
Joe got very
also, this room, of course, is one of the two rooms where they installed the hard microphones in the wall. They
if I didn't have
picked George up and said, "We want to talk to you. We understand you knew the Elizabeth Short, the Black Dahlia." They take him into the Hall of Justice downtown.
Right.
They get their bug guys to come out. The place is locked. They shim the door, come inside. The sound guys install one. I'm guessing it was over somewhere, probably over in here by the fireplace.
Near his desk.
Live hard microphones drilled into the wall, a hard line run to the basement, outside, connected to the Pactel lines. They ran to Hollywood Station 2.5 miles away.
How do they do that so
to the
fast?
basement of
Like,
Hollywood,
how do they get in and out that
where
quickly?
18 detectives
Well, they had
24/7
George
around the clock.
downtown. They were holding him downtown. They picked him up and they took him downtown. So they weren't worried about him walking in on him because they had him in, basically were questioning him. So while he was downtown, they were doing their thing. So.
And what they were doing, Joe, I mean, it was literally a bug crew. It was a bug crew. They were bugging phones. I mean, I think you'd be hard pressed to find a phone in Los Angeles at that point that was not bugged.
That wasn't bugged.
Mickey Cohen's house was bugged. There were several gangsters' houses were bugged. High profile people's houses were bugged, but it was a big time deal to do this, which is, for me, it's just telltale that they wanted to get something on George and went to all this trouble. It was not that easy to shim the door, wait for him to be downtown, and then run that through the Pactel lines. It was a big deal. And they didn't need warrants back then either. They just did.
I was just going to, you just read my mind. I was just going to ask you if they had to get a warrant for all that.
No, they didn't.
No, not in those days. They didn't have to do anything in those days. But on the phone tap, Dad thought the phone was tapped, and he says this in the transcript.
Yeah.
He says, and ironically, the phone wasn't tapped, but he had no clue that it was the house was wired for sound.
Yeah, the house was wired for sound, not the phone. They didn't need the phone.
And it was 24/7. Tracy, nobody currently lives in the house. It is owned by a gentleman right now, but I don't.
For 41 days.
So I just had an image of a dark-haired man, European to me, kind of slicked back hair. I can kind of see like a little bit of a widow's peak, nicely dressed. I feel very much like somebody's watching. I was very drawn to this area. And as I peek in, I can see that there's a bedroom in there. Revenge, jealousy. I'm hearing loud music. Whoever died is very, very close right now. Oh. Whoa. Okay. So what just happened there is as I walked down the stairs, I got a stabbing pain again in my chest, but then it really hit me hard from behind, like I was physically stabbed. I could feel the knife going in. This person had a lot of huge anxiety.
I love using the SLS camera.
I feel like
with
he was
medium
almost
because I
like
just
a
feel like
game
the
player
quality
of
that they're
something,
talking
you know, like a leader.
I know,
People
I like
came
it
to
too.
him,
It's super cool.
and I see different females around him coming and going.
Well, because it's super validating when you're like, I have someone right here, and then there's a little figure
And
right there.
This was my father's master bedroom. He had a round, circular, gold bed here. The actual incest that's described in the trials occurred in this room. So the other thing we learned is microphone number 2 was in this room. As you can see, it's a direct shot to microphone number 1, which was there.
I still feel this like menacing or threatening presence or energy in this.
She went even deeper than that.
And I
put it up on
I'm
the
sure. And say to these gentlemen, I
and
feel like there
he
might
actually
be
got into the tub to show me what
something
she
else
was
that
doing.
I remember that clip from a sizzle reel.
that's there.
Yeah.
I
Like
do remember
somebody
that.
or a different event. Like I almost feel like I might be talking about two different things, or something just feels very unwelcome in this space.
It's very interesting because I'm getting not just architecture, the word like architect. So I don't know if the person that
Right.
was
We didn't
like
even
the
know
leader
about
was
this
an
yet.
architect,
Yeah.
but it
We didn't know
seems
shit
very
about it.
significant because the energy is in the house, so it has to be attached somehow. And I'm gonna again say to them that they don't have permission to physically embody me. I definitely sense a lot of ritual around here.
Just really quick, so we're clear. This is a brand new bathroom, and the bathroom that Elizabeth Short was bisected in is a different bathroom that you're going to see very shortly. This is not the actual bathroom where she was bisected. But what's interesting, and you'll hear Steve say this later, is the skylight that was in that original master bathroom is now directly over this
Where Marine
tub.
is now.
And so I always thought it was the energy, but you'll notice because Joe goes in there later and he's like, it's right here. And he's standing right below that skylight. And then we have Steve coming in to explain what it is.
Yeah, that's
Definitely
why it was
submersion.
above the actual.
It
when
just
she
feels
actually
like there
murdered
was-
and bisected. That was above her. The bisection.
Right, while it was happening.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I feel like it has that energy. My God, it's seen some horrors, right?
Yeah.
Kind of torturous sex.
Amy!
Almost
Amy,
rape,
thank you so
taking
much.
young
Oh my
people,
God.
their innocence away,
Darling.
which makes me really sad. I'm getting the number 17, so I'm wondering if one of the victims were 17. Definitely female. Whoa.
Did we figure out the 17
There's a lot of
connection?
fear-based energy here. So I'm just gonna take a minute because I just.
Do you have any ideas about somebody who was 17?
Or 17 people? Well, 17th of a month? That could have been anything, really.
Let's see. I was just trying to think of Tamar's age. She was born in 35, 45, 46, 47. So, 49. So she was 14. Yeah.
Right.
Do you know the date of when I guess it would be hard to really know that, but when Elizabeth Short was killed? Could that have been this like the 17th of a month or something?
It was 15th
No, it's the
of
15th.
January.
January 17th victim.
14th and 15th.
Oh, and then she was found on the 15th.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, Ozzy saying
I don't
it
know.
could be the 17th victim. We'll have to go back and count
Maybe.
backwards.
That's also possible. I mean, it's hard to, very hard to know the order, right? I mean,
yeah.
How could you even really know that?
I think Steve is now up to 49 victims, if I recall the count that we did in episode 13, which I left the men out because I didn't say it in the interview. Sorry. Yeah, there were
One
men
thing
as well.
I want to add about the 17, it's a possibility, I don't know. Elizabeth Short, when she was living on Cherokee Street in a little rooming house with some other girls, Lynn Martin, I believe, was 16 or 17, and then you had the other girl too, who was quite young. So
yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but Lynn Martin lived, so
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Picked up on the girl. It was
It's
really
okay.
hard.
This here was actually the master bathroom. That's actually where I believe the surgical bisection occurred.
In that tub.
In that tub, in the old photographs.
Clint!
The original
So much.
captain
Oh
in
my
charge
God.
of the Dahlia investigation
Captain Donahoe.
was Donahoe. That's right.
Thank you.
And Donahoe said that they probably used a tub to do the bisection,
Now-
as we know.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but I kept thinking it was dust when I first watched, but there are a lot of orbs around these guys. And
Yeah.
what's interesting is, I'll put this up on the website for you guys later. When we first opened that door, when the cameramen come bursting in to catch them as they're walking down the hall before they get there, no dust, not one speck of dust. Now that everything's landed, there's all these orbs around them, and I find that
The
interesting.
body's parts were placed at the dump site. They were actually all pretty much washed clean. Very little blood. It was a 4-hour torture.
Yeah.
Certainly not all that time here.
No.
Possibly in the courtyard.
Wait, Karen, we really
possibly in the
can't hear you.
basement. And also, we know
Sorry, Steve, you want to talk about the one victim we know?
Victims outside of the U.S. and Hawaii. He has not gotten to Hawaii yet. As Steve says, so many victims, so too many victims, so little time.
But we do have the jigsaw murder in the Philippines.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was in 1967. Dad was living and working in Manila, had been for decades. He basically went from, he went to Hawaii for 3 or 4 years, married a wealthy Filipino, then they moved on to Manila. And he opened up initially, he was doing his psychiatry, and then he got into market research. And was living there in an area called Forbes Park, which was it's kind of the Beverly Hills of Manila, if you will.
Yeah.
And Lucilla Lalu was a young woman in her 20s, mid 20s. I think she was about 27, as I recall. And they found her body posed on a vacant lot. She was surgically bisected between the second and third lumbar vertebrae, which was a hemicorporectomy, the same as Elizabeth Short.
Oh my God.
Body parts posed on the lot. And this was about 2 miles from Dad's residence.
Wow.
And I mean, it was you can't call it a copycat if he's the original guy, I guess, but it was, exactly like Elizabeth Short's murder, without the posing and the ceremonial cuttings to the body and stuff. She was bisected, and it remains one of Manila's PD's most infamous whodunits to this day. And I'm sure that again, we don't know a lot about her and what the connection was, other than that she owned a bar and was also a manicurist, or but we don't really know a lot about her. Interestingly, I got a call from a couple of Manila 5-0 cops during my investigation in LA on the Dahlia after I published it, and they asked if they could come and meet with me and talk, and they came and they suggested we meet at the Biltmore Hotel. So
how ironic.
I met them there, and it was just a general conversation and stuff. I'm not quite sure. In retrospect, I have the feeling they wanted to know what I knew. In other words, I suspect there may have been some cover up there. Somebody knew something, and of course, in the Philippines in the 60s, there was a lot of corruption and payoffs and all of that. So I think it was more of them trying to find out exactly what I knew, and of course, I didn't know anything other than what was in the newspapers and what my investigation revealed, which was nothing that they didn't know. So it was kind of a strange thing, but then they went on their way, and I haven't heard from them since.
Go ahead, Bryce.
No, I just wanted to ask Steve. So I I've said it on the app. I'm dying to read your books, but I'm purposely not yet until we're done with everything, whenever that may be, because I don't want it to influence anything that I pick up on. But question for you. So in the book that you're referencing where the detectives from Manila came over, did you allude to perhaps George being the murderer there, or did they just make the connection because of the similarities in Elizabeth Short's murder and this other woman's murder?
No, I laid out it.
You did.
My belief that he probably did that murder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
And Janine, to answer your question,
Absolutely.
yes, George did practice hypnotism.
Absolutely. Yes.
So that he gets him the privacy to walk straight back to the garage.
And what we haven't seen yet is the stairs coming up. The risers are very short. However, it's quite a distance to come up to get up here. So not only there's no line of sight from the street up here at all.
No.
I'm seeing bodies piled in the bathtub. You know, obviously there's not physical bodies in there, but I feel like, you know, I can see the dark-haired girl this way, and then the younger girl, she's kind of sit here with her legs spread and kind of down this way. And I just see other things in there, other bodies or body parts. I'm not really sure.
That was crazy.
There's also another lady.
Seeing a body in the bathtub was the craziest thing I've ever done in my life.
There's also a very strong connection to the letter S. I don't like when they just give me one letter or like an initial, because I like to try to have them be as specific as possible, but she just keeps showing me a big
I don't
S.
think I would have gotten soda.
That has to have something to do with where I'm going, because the way she's showing
Well,
it to
They-
me, like, in my face.
You know?
Right.
Here, there was a small room.
Beth, really quick to answer your question. Juicy!
Oh, Juicy, thank you.
Thank you.
To answer your question, Steve didn't suspect his father. He found out after his father passed away, and Tamar, his sister, told him about it, and that's kind of what started his entire investigation.
Yeah, I was 14 years into retirement before this. I long retired.
Yeah.
That actually had an incinerator back in the old days.
That was a red flag to me when I read it. Was it a red flag when you were doing your research for you?
Well, I mean, I was aware of it as a kid, and it was actually quite large. Probably the opening, you know, it had a chute going down, and the opening was probably something like this.
Wow.
So it was quite large. So certainly you could dispose of
Garbage and large other
body
items.
parts.
Let's just pause it for a moment. Theories, because that's how we work. The incinerator was used. A crematory, that gets awfully hot.
Is it normal to have an
reduce a body
incinerator
to
in someone's
ash.
house?
Right.
An incinerator's
So I did
Back
a bunch
then it
of
was.
I did a bunch
Just
of
weird.
research. If you were
Okay.
wealthy,
Yeah.
if you were wealthy,
You have one.
because it kept the rats away, it kept all that stuff away. So,
Right.
but not unless you had the money to afford it.
Right.
And you also had to have the basement for it to go down into and everything else. So
not going to do that.
No.
We're going to have some
And
flesh and some
interestingly,
bone.
Karen, in the Ruth Spalding murder, his murder of his overdose of his secretary
Yes.
in 45, he, of course, he calls mother to come to the scene. He gives her the manuscripts that Ruth was going to reveal some of his criminality, and he hands them, and he doesn't say dispose of them. He says take these home and burn them, you know.
Right.
And so I'm sure he said don't look at them, don't read them, take them home and burn them. She did that, and of course now he's really got her by the short hairs, because now she's an accomplice to overdose murder, right?
Correct.
And I'm sure he said, if I go down for this, if I go to jail, if you say anything, you're going to jail too. You know?
Yeah. Now he's just roped her in.
Scary
Is left over.
Right.
And
It does.
That just reduced it so that
What'd you say, Joe?
sounds
I
terrible.
said it does smell like toast. It's,
volume
you know,
is smaller to
people
handle
probably think someone's
and bury, so
barbecuing.
you
I know
don't
that's
have to
morbid
make
as
such a
hell,
lot.
but how would
think
you
that
know
that
what
would
kind
be
of meat it
a
is?
remote
You know, like
possibility.
probably just.
I was talking about burning
I
bodies,
wouldn't go
Bryce,
far as
and
say remote. I
barbecue.
would say it's a reasonable possibility. We'll never know whether he actually disposed of body parts there or not. It's certainly
No,
possible.
it was
We
with
know,
her.
of course,
19.
Dahlia wasn't, because we
Rats
have
are in
her
NYC.
body all except the right breast.
Yes.
But there were a lot of other victims.
I
And
think the right
I
breast
don't
was
profess
probably
to say that
a trophy on his part. It was completely excised. It was never recovered. I think he may have buried it in the courtyard of the Franklin house. but I see it as a trophy for him.
Oh.
It was the only thing that was not recovered from her body.
You guys are killing me in the comments.
Is the drum of the incinerator still in situ? Could it be nothing forensically? No. I mean, it's been so many years and it's been used, and it gets so hot. There's nothing forensically for me to find there.
Right.
Unfortunately, no.
I found all of them. We know one unidentified woman that was never identified that was killed here. But basically, it's certainly possible.
In my mind's eye, above the property of where we're going, I keep seeing the energy like churning or spinning, almost like if you could see it, it looks like a tornado, like spinning around this place and above it. For me, that's usually when there's like some kind of, call it like a portal or like an entryway for
I had
people
no
to come
idea
in
what
and
was
out.
coming.
It's like hovering over. That's what I want to say, like hovering over the property, or
no
it's
idea.
not just like a room or one spot. Like I keep getting it. It's this whole space that I want.
And I was so surprised too, because the first time
During the Ruth Spalding
we filmed,
overdose, when
it was such a straight, like, I was like, I'm seeing this. It happened on the second floor. Blah, blah, blah. Like, it was so, like, to the point.
Yeah.
And this time I was like, where the hell? What am I doing today? It was not a cut and dry. Like, it did not seem as direct as the last place.
LiDAR, ground penetrating radar, no. We don't have the funding for that kind of equipment. I wish we did, but
we
don't.
barely have the funding to get through.
We don't have the
season
funding for the
2.
freaking cameras.
But hey, when we hit 1.2 million subscribers, we're doing it.
We would love to
It
do
is
that.
on our wish list. You
It's on
got
our
to know
wish list,
that.
yes,
it is
absolutely.
on our wish list.
Yeah.
Especially, Steve talks about it, and this is actually the perfect view for it. If you follow the pyramid straight back and see all those green trees, that was actually part of the Soden property. And Steve used to go up there and play.
Thank you, Allison.
Thank
Thank
you.
Thank you.
so much.
Allison. Thank you so much.
Steve used to go back there and play, and there is some theory that there may be bodies buried back there, where all those trees are and everything, which would also make sense to where the cadaver dogs alerted the alley back there.
Right.
So, yeah.
I tried to get permission from the owner to just do a walkthrough. Nothing invasive, just to take Buster and do a walkthrough, but no dice.
But anyways, for the ground penetrating radar, don't think we haven't thought about it.
Yeah, we
Scripts that were laying out a lot of his criminality.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take these and destroy it. She had been his personal secretary for years. Also,
Bruce Spalding.
His lover.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
They had an affair.
Okay.
And he broke it up.
And I thought
she was very upset. Ruth had written two versions, one with real names and real people and real places, and the other was kind of fictionalized. Apparently, she had threatened George unless they got back together.
Evidence
and
against
then
this man.
Some hours later, he
is insane.
Overdoses her.
What's that, Joe? The amount of evidence.
The amount of evidence against this man is so insane, and the fact that nothing ever happened really is just wild to me.
Yeah, not only that nothing ever happened, that he was never caught, but also that Steve has to actually fight to get people to listen.
Right.
You know,
no one wants to believe it.
What is the matter with you? How
there
much
is
more do you
so
need?
much shit out there. I mean, this lady's writing a whole book about him. What's happening?
Yeah, and the truth is, the fact is, and people don't get this, I didn't solve this murder. All I did was discover that LAPD solved it. You know, and I uncovered the cover up. So and you can see why LAPD. He goes on to murder after this, after he's released and let go. You can see why they don't want any part of it. And today's LAPD has no clue of all of this. I mean, this is all going back to the bad old days and a lot of corruption in the 30s and 40s, and it was the way they did business back then. And today's LAPD really has. It's not that they're having an ongoing cover-up, because they have no clue. George Odell's name appeared nowhere in any of the files until until we got the DA transcripts.
Right.
And that's suddenly it's George who,
Right.
Everything had been taken out, and by the top brass, Thad Brown primarily, and disposed of. No recordings. It was all gone.
It was sanitized.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, they may be hidden somewhere. In George's early life, probably his mother with the dark hair. I think that's the best that Steve's thought about. All right. Moving on.
Seconal, and waits until she becomes comatose. Of course, being a doctor, he knows that there's no turning back from this point. Calls a cab, takes her to Georgia Receiving Hospital, and she dies.
So let's talk about cop stuff.
Yeah.
Motive, means, and opportunity. These are the three things we look for.
Right.
He had all three.
He did. Absolutely. He'd been there and done that before. I mean, one of his favorite, as we learned from other crimes, one of his favorite methods of killing was drugging and overdosing.
What I'm hearing is lured here, party energy. I feel like they would go and prey on young girls and they would bring them back here. And I feel like this one person, I'm seeing her hair color, but I don't feel that was her natural hair color. And I just see her kind of like propped up on the side, screaming and yelling for help. And there was nobody to help her. I really genuinely feel that it still goes on here. I don't feel like this is done. And I just heard a spirit say to me they were willing, knowing participants. And I'm going to say that they weren't. Not all of the people that came in here were willing participants and knowing what they were getting into. And now I'm feeling, pretty angry.
Spirit told me the same thing.
Lots of despicable acts or flashing.
That they were,
unthinkable things.
it was consensual.
I
kept getting
shake the feeling of that dense negative energy in this place. And, obviously when you're going somewhere where there was a traumatic event
Chinese
that
theater.
took place, it's always going to have that
back in the middle of
energy
Hollywood.
signature.
Correct.
But this feels like there's more going on. Like there's either more than one entity in this place, or like I feel like
wow, there must have been a lot of traffic
either
that day.
people went
I've
in
been
there
talking
and
for a while, and that's only like down the block.
I don't know if this
from the
is
hotel.
again like a totally separate
Like, I
thing
can
that I'm
see the
picking up
theater
on. It might not have
from the
anything to
hotel.
do with the event.
Thank you. So much.
Like I'm walking into something that is not going to be very comfortable to walk into or to deal with.
Well, I have to say, I just put this up on the website, Joe's complete car ride to the Soden house. And the funniest thing is that I finally look at Steve's sweaty muscles and I'm like, would you get us off the Hollywood Boulevard for Christ's sake?
I'm running out of things to talk about.
Like, he's going to run out of things to talk about. He's like, oh, okay.
Evan Feminist, you picked up that Easter egg. That was a good one. Yes, you did. I saw that and I laughed.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
What this
I gotta
house
rewatch.
actually represents is pure evil. It hit me really hard. This feels like a ritualistic ceremony, kind of occult oppression. And the anxiety that I was feeling definitely had demonism behind it and ritualistic killing. I feel like this whole house, this is what this house is
I walked in
about.
this house.
Is,
I think I might have even said it. I don't
Satanism.
remember if I
This
said
is
it,
why I
but
was drawn into this
I
area
was like,
because I
what
think
the
there's
hell
lots
is
of ritualistic sects and
yeah, I was like, what is
ceremonial
going
things,
on
especially in the
here?
bathroom. There's
This
also
is
some
from
sort
that
of
party
fire
that night that
attached,
Karen and
so
I went
a
to.
fire
You know, I thought that was
ceremony,
AI.
and
That was
people
AI.
were doing ceremony
I thought you
around
had AI
fire.
made that.
No, this is
Or
all of this
burning and
real
torturing
footage
people.
from that party
You
night.
brought a
Every
cadaver
night.
dog in here several years ago.
That's
It was
There were
the
three spots
freakiest party ever.
that were alerted.
In the basement. The 4 alerts were basically in this area here. They're all pretty much underneath this wood that they put in place. What's so amazing about Buster is he's corroborating the original detectives who suspected there was something buried in the basement. Then you've got Dr. Voss recovering soil samples and
Wonder what's
confirming
behind that
Buster's
wall.
alert, organically
always wondered
through
about
the
that.
actual soil samples
The other
being
room that
positive
we
for
didn't
human
know was
remains.
there.
So you can't just take any one
the
thing.
secret
You have to take all 4 of those.
That's correct. Nothing is taken in context by
What?
itself.
I
But
don't
when
know
you
about
piece
that.
all of these things
Yeah, we
together,
did
the
see
circumstantial evidence is really super
That's
strong.
why we want to
that
go back to
something
that.
amiss and something really nefarious took place down
Of course,
here.
that room,
Doctor, I think so.
that finished room was not there, of course,
Basement
back
plays
then.
and
It was
Right.
just, it was just
Everything was dirt.
open. Yeah.
It was just a dirt floor. Mm.
In the investigation, we know that the second microphone was directly above us overhead here.
Oh, wow. Okay, this is
Yeah.
where your dad's desk was then.
Right, and pretty easy to pick up recordings. And of course, the DA secret Odell Black Dahlia tapes, I'm reading the transcripts, and I can't believe what I'm reading. It says Dr. Hodel and his acquaintance, who was this Baron Haringa, basically he confesses to the Black
that's
Dahlia,
him.
he confesses to the Spalding murder. If you go back a couple of hours before the woman screams out, there's a woman talking to him, they're drinking, Dad's talking to her. He says, does your husband know you're here? An hour goes by, and she tries to phone the operator. And she's obviously either intoxicated by alcohol, or I think she was drugged.
Second all?
Yeah, second all probably. She's drugged, she's groggy, she drops the phone, tries to call again. She was probably rendered unconscious. I'm reading the transcript, and it says, Dr. Hodel and the Baron walk downstairs to the basement. Now, these are the officers writing this out.
Right.
An object is heard hitting something. A woman screams. More blows. A woman screams again, and then it goes silent. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself as a homicide detective, why the hell aren't they out the door?
Kicking the door.
They're 4 minutes away at Hollywood Station, coming over here and doing a rescue.
Right.
You know, they do nothing.
First thing I thought too.
Yeah.
Right,
And also
what
in
the
those
hell?
transcripts, right after you hear the
You
woman
don't even need a
screams and
warrant at
goes
this
silent,
time. Why didn't they
you
just
hear
go?
your father
Exactly.
and
I've
the Baron
never
down here, and they hear digging sounds,
Right.
and your
Wild.
father say, "Don't leave a trace."
Don't leave a trace.
I'm definitely getting
What else
smell
could he
of
have been
deaths.
talking about?
This could mean like a spirit came
What, did he spill wine on the rug?
or
Like, come on.
somebody was hiding here. I have lots of
Brutalized.
intense
My
energy in this
naysayers,
area.
my
I
naysayers
almost
say
feel-
that he was all taunting the police and it was all a big game. You know,
What?
yeah,
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Who said that?
A big game that'll wind you up in jail, you know.
Right.
Yeah. That's crazy.
like
What the hell is that?
I don't know. We got a little feedback somewhere.
fire or burn. I keep getting impressions of fire over the last few days.
Where the hell did that come from?
Yeah, I think it's Steve's sound that's funky.
Are you guys hearing something?
Yeah, are you not hearing Steve? It sounds like Steve's sound got wonky.
Feedback.
No.
Yeah.
No, I can't hear Steve or Joe.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, but your sound is messed up. It's like causing a feedback.
Huh. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
what's
you're
Interesting.
saying.
come through. Yeah, I don't know where that happened.
Interesting.
Okay.
Now I don't hear it.
Oh, Bryce muted herself.
Oh, was it
It
Bryce?
might be me. My AirPods just died, so it's possible.
Oh, okay.
I'll mute myself.
Okay, that's what it was.
And
Poor
so I'm not
Bryce.
sure what that's about or where that's coming from. Very intense. I think I'm going to take a break and get them off me.
Yeah, Marine was super affected
So we've
in this
talked about all these
location.
things, and I'm sure it's
Like,
not
from the
easy
moment
for
she
you coming
walked
back
in.
to this house.
Yeah.
And it's flooding
She was getting
yourself
a
back
lot
with
from
these
Spirit.
memories of your father. They're very positive memories for you.
Now, really quick, I want everybody to keep your eye over Steve's left shoulder because when I was talking about orbs before, you are going to see some gold sparks going off there for no reason at all. Watch carefully.
All right.
But after 1999, when you delved into all of this, has it changed you? How do you feel personally, professionally, as a son? How has it affected you?
You know, I've been through every emotion imaginable. Initially, there was anger, hatred,
It's
hatred in the sense of.
Wait, his left
I
or
saw
my
him as
left?
Kind of a Jekyll and Hyde.
His.
I love the good Dr. Jekyll, the good
There
part,
it goes.
the
See it?
monster.
I missed
Hyde
it because I was trying to
within
figure
him.
out
I grew to
where my
hate.
left shoulder was.
Yeah, I'm going to back it up for just a
How do you
second.
feel personally, professionally, as a son? How has it affected you?
You know, I've been through every emotion imaginable. Initially, there was anger, hatred in the sense of. I saw him as a kind of a Jekyll and Hyde, and I love the good Dr. Jekyll. The good
There it
part,
is.
Oh, I
the
just saw it. Yes.
Monster
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Hyde within him, I grew to hate. I mean, he is
War.
the carnage. I
War.
started
Little
thinking about
something.
the families that were impacted and the generations. And I mean,
Yeah,
we're
that
talking,
was interesting.
Right now, I'm up to 25 victims,
Wow.
and more to come. I've still got the early years. He didn't wake up at age 39 and say, "I think I'll be a serial killer."
Look
You
at
know,
where we
in
are
a way,
10
I guess
years
you could say
later.
I'm kind of psychologically, emotionally bisected, just as Elizabeth Short was physically. And now I'm left with
Was
more
that
of just a
Spotlight
terrible
Hours?
sadness. I mean, this was
Yeah.
a remarkable
I wish.
186 IQ. This man had so many gifts. He could have cured cancer. He could have done so much good for the world.
Right.
And as it turns out, he becomes one of the most
Just used
horrific
it in a different
monsters
way.
that's walked the planet.
As Joe arrived, I sent the guys down to the basement with the Geoport ghost box to see if they could get a confirmation from Spirit that George killed Elizabeth Short.
There really is just something about this courtyard that uneasy feeling that I had in the car, I can't shake it. I don't feel...
George got around, yeah, no doubt, David.
I feel like I can't get comfortable in this space, like settling in for me. It's a beautiful space, but the energy
I remember it was
just
hard to
not-
get info
just
when I
doesn't
first got
match
there.
what the physical looks like.
Where's the demon? Is he down here? It's on his shoulder. It's on his shoulder?
Alright, here. Any spirits down here in this basement? We would like to talk to you.
Is Dr. Hotel down here?
Can you please come and talk with us? What did you do down here?
Was this new footage or no?
I keep picking up...
Yeah, that's all.
This
Hey,
was in it, right?
Yeah, Steve. Real quick question from Lynn. Did Tamar? Jesus, I'm looking at it wrong. Tamar. She continued a relationship, not a sexual relationship, with George, right? I mean, they never lost contact. They were always.
No, he pretty much cut her off from any contact. There was some contact when he was passing through Hawaii. She was living in Hawaii in a commune, and for many years, and there was some contact, but she remained in love with George her whole life, really, and she was hoping at some point that she could sit down with Dad and have a conversation and talk about why this happened and stuff. That never happened, but because he had to maintain his position that she was a pathological liar, it never happened. So he I think the only contact he had with her was when he was passing through Hawaii a short time, although there was an incident where she talks about going to the hotel with him and seeing the pattern on the floor where he stomps on it and says, "Did that hurt?" And he's stomping on this flower, Dahlia, I don't know if it was a Dahlia or what it was, but it was a flower thing where he stomps on it and says, "Did that hurt?"
Yeah.
So there was that, and he did see that one of her children at that time, I forget who it was, but basically, I don't think they saw each other more than maybe 2 or 3 times during that final years of his life.
Oh.
Yeah.
On that female energy again that I had in the car. So she's starting off the same way that she did with the head, like she keeps saying something about having passed from the head, or that there's something about, again, that like a head trauma, or that's how I keep getting it. Because she drew me in here like I'm supposed to see this space, but then she made me feel very heavy, like that I'm supposed to talk outside or go back outside. Well, I want to stay here for a second. There's something
they were dragging me all over
about
the
this
place.
courtyard area. The energy is very heavy out here. I keep feeling like there's some piece of it that I have to talk about outside. I'm not too sure why. Like a lot of people out here. Like I feel like I'm looking at like a party or some kind of gathering that she's having me talk about. I don't know if this is where they like had these parties, but I keep seeing it.
With the flowers in the car, and then all the
Bury victims down
Yeah.
here. Can you please tell us if you did or not? Did you witness or do you know of any of the other murders?
Actually, Karen, there was one other incident. I misspoke. There was one other incident in the late 60s when the Mamas and Papas were just beginning.
Yeah.
And Dad was going through San Francisco, and Tamar was there, and he became the impresario, if you will, and kind of met with them and at the hotel or wherever they were staying just before a concert, and he was telling them, no, you shouldn't be eating this food. Take it all back. Let's get you some good food. If you've got a concert coming, and he kind of took command of everything and had a couple of beautiful women with him, Asian women. And so you're right. There were in and out. There were a number of occasions where, and that's the incident where Tamar relates that one of the women that was with him was talking with her, and Tamar asked if he was still doing marijuana, and the woman said, well, sometimes he locks himself in the bathroom and has us lock the door and says, don't let me out because sometimes I do terrible things. Can you imagine that? I mean, it's like the werewolf being afraid of being exposed and stuff, and keeping him in a room and isolated. Pretty sad stuff.
Crazy.
People don't know about.
Crazy.
Spirits, why are you warning us about the house?
Creepiest crap
Definitely
ever.
walking into something down
Hearing
here.
that laugh.
I don't know if I need to come in here.
Joe going,
I think I'm all right with
I
this
need
one.
to go in there.
Yeah, I remember my guys being like,
there's something about, I keep
okay.
picking up on this male energy now that I felt in the car that
best friends.
feels like he like skulks around, or I feel him around this property a lot. In the car, he felt suppressed, sad. Now I keep getting him like that there's this anger around this guy that I wasn't expecting. Shouldn't say I wasn't expecting to see it. He felt like he was multi-layered, and I wasn't too sure if I could really trust him or not, and I'm still not too sure who this guy is. I almost feel like he's making me feel like I'm intruding, like that I shouldn't be here, or he's sizing me up just as much as I'm sizing him up. He keeps telling me that I need to make sure that I tell the story correctly, is what he keeps telling me, which is my intention. He doesn't want anything to be said that's the wrong thing or the wrong way. I think he's the uneasy feeling I've been getting in this place. It's like I'm almost afraid
which
to
makes
say
sense,
that, like, the
people
wrong
say
thing,
so many things about
misinterpret
this
something
case,
because
obviously.
I have him to
There's
answer to,
so
is what it
much
feels like.
that gets put out there.
100%. Right, that was George going, you better get it right, buddy, or you can
Right, or else.
Guys, tell us who killed her.
The fact that these guys got a confession or got Spirit to actually say
Who killed her?
the name.
We want a name. The doctor.
Let me ask you something while you're on camera, on the spot. Is there a reason you didn't want to go in there? Be truthful with me.
I felt repelled by that room, by this whole space. And it's so funny because when I was in the car, they kept telling me that it's like behind something, and I feel like I'm in front of whatever it is. So now I want to go in there. Because you asked. Because even when I was walking down the stairs, I felt like I hit a wall.
Look at that hallway, and
energy,
it's like
it
entering
just
an
didn't feel
addiction.
as weird as upstairs felt.
Yeah,
it was even worse. As I
It's such a
walked
strange
down.
way to come into a house.
Yeah.
From underneath.
So we know he was evil, doctor, but we need his name. His name wasn't Satan.
No, we haven't figured out White Death yet.
Thank you. Can you tell me the last name of the murderer? No.
Yeah, I heard that.
Thursday.
That is so
Thank you.
I heard that one.
And by the way, you guys are seeing this in 10 minutes. We were down there for an hour and 45 minutes. I thought those guys were going to kill me because I was like, we're not leaving this basement until we
particular
hear the
area
name.
of the house.
That's why you see George John
this
go like
area
that,
that's like
because
hidden
I
is
haven't
what it
down there
feels like.
forever.
I feel like
Yeah,
I
but
have
you're
all
right.
eyes on me is how this feels like that.
Yeah.
Everybody's watching. But I can't help but feel like in this space, I keep seeing this vision of, I think it's the same lady, and she keeps showing me how, like, I don't know if she got hit in the head or...
An object is heard hitting something. A woman screams.
There's like this anger and this violence again that I was feeling. It's not a good energy to be sitting in. And I keep feeling
It
like,
really
like
wasn't.
my heart is racing, almost like a nervous panic attack type of feeling. Not that it's my feeling, it's either whatever happened in this home or in this space.
No,
Like,
I
keep
think it
hearing
really
like no one
feels
could
like a
hear me,
portal.
or I don't know
Yeah,
if this
it really
was
does.
whatever happened. No one discovered until days later, or no one heard what was
I'll-
going on.
no, I'm trying
Screaming
not
and
to
yelling
deal
for
without
help,
the
and there was
commentary.
nobody to help her.
Whenever my guides show me red, that's
People complain.
always like an anger or a violence, and
Put up
the
too much
energy
stuff.
I'm seeing is it's all red. Like that's how this keeps coming up. It's this.
Yeah, red is
churning
anger
that
for
that I
me.
felt on the way over here. It's I feel it again here. Like my
Wait,
stomach
Joe,
is in knots.
you said you didn't
I
want
wouldn't want to be
your
alone here. Is basically what I would
sneakers
say. Like
dirty,
it's not
but you didn't want to cross
comfortable
that
feeling
threshold during the
to be
day.
by myself.
I
There
really
is
didn't want to get my sneakers dirty. They were
something
velvet.
about
I still
something
didn't.
making
Oh
me
no,
feel
these
like
were white.
I need to be protected.
At Los Feliz, they were
while
velvet, and I didn't want to crawl
I'm
under the
down
house,
here
so
is
Kelvin
what I
did.
keep hearing.
Instead.
But
these were white sneakers. Yes.
The energy
I was being a diva a little bit.
I don't think you want to
the
go in
spirits
there.
almost
I don't
waking
think
up in
truly
the
think
house,
that
not
was
just
part of
the
it.
victims, but the demonic presence in the house. So this is where I was feeling earlier that there was like remains set on fire or a dead body or bones, but there was definitely somebody incinerated in this area because I can feel it very strong. So I don't know if
Was
there's
that where the
actually
incinerator
documentation
was?
of a fire
right in that area.
or if he
Right off to
burned
the
somebody to hide the evidence.
right of her,
You know, when I first
right
came
where
into
it
the
was.
room, I
That's
wanted to
crazy.
let go
Yeah.
No, it was in the
middle
kitchen.
of the structure
Oh,
right
it was in the
here.
kitchen.
And I still feel that energy. I still feel it
At
drawn.
that door
I think
that
it's
goes
just the
off
energy of
on the
whatever
west side
is
of
in
the
the
house,
ground.
it was right
You
next
start
to
to
that
see
door.
the true colors
Yeah.
of this house and what it's really about and the energy here at night. That fear, that violence that I've been feeling, it's all concentrating here, and it's funny
No,
because it's
not
nighttime. And I
really.
feel like
Not really.
this is when all the
There's not.
secrets and all the juicy stuff
Just
comes
the
out.
front yard
She
steps
keeps
going up
telling
there.
me to call this place
The other
prison,
entrance
she
is
said.
up
I
top
don't know
where
if
Joe is
she
actually,
wasn't
which is
allowed
all
out
the
when
way at the
she was
top.
here, or I feel very trapped. There was no escaping her fate. That's how I feel. That's how she's making me feel it. This was gonna happen.
This
This
house
was a
is
spooky
kind
ass
of like
episode.
this weird vortex
I kind of
of
forgot.
lower vibrating
By the way,
energy
this
that
shot,
kind of
this
sucks you
SLS
into
camera shot
a
coming
feeling
up
of
is the
euphoria,
craziest thing
drug
I've ever seen in
energy,
my
kind
life.
of like Alice in Wonderland down
So
the loop
watch,
hole.
it goes
Like,
around the corner with her.
Such
Watch
a trippy
this.
experience, especially
Did
at
you
night.
see that?
It's far more
It
intense.
literally, spirit goes around the corner and follows
Holy
her
shit,
up
I
there.
just got
I've
freaked
never
out.
seen that before.
Crazy.
What the motherfuck? This is where that
Oh,
son of a
God.
bitch came up. All
That
the
made it
running
into the
stuff that I was
episode.
getting to before. The girl running through the house. This makes sense to
Oopsies.
me. I don't know if he ran through here or she ran through there. Whoa. Is there somebody behind me? Don't touch me. He definitely was very sinister. I think this was here the whole time. Oh. Yeah. He just really pinched my heart.
The energy immediately shifted. It was heavier than it had been. I mean, that house got heavier and heavier, the energy, as the day went on. The darker it got, the worse it got. It's almost like light doesn't even belong in this place because of the way the energy is.
Literally feel the shift.
Yeah, it felt weird. It got much weirder at night.
This room is extremely heavy. Feeling, getting a
So
shortness
this
of breath.
sounds a
So we're gonna
little
start
weird, but
EVP
all
session
the
down
stuff down in the basement, the microphone was
George,
loose on the camera.
Miguel,
So
we're
I
here
had
tonight
it suppressed here.
to communicate
but
with you.
EVPs, I let it go, and you'll
We
hear
know
the
you're a
rattle.
smart guy.
Mm.
We come here with respect, and we want
Yes,
to talk
please like
with
the
you.
live, you guys.
Are you willing
It
to
helps
talk
us
with
a lot.
us tonight? We're in your
Yeah,
house.
There has been a whole lot.
Does that bother you?
He's working diligently on it.
Want to play this back, guys? When I play this back, we're going to listen for responses, and we can see if anything. I'm just feeling like we're being watched right now, so I keep looking.
Oh no, my headphones died.
George, Odell, we're here tonight to communicate with you. We know you're a smart guy. You come here with respect. We want to talk with you. Are you willing? Are you?
Whatever that dark energy is in this space feels very concentrated, not only in this room, but very much so in this room. And I keep getting some kind of feeling about like a ritualistic, with like blood or some kind of like cult activity. Like it feels very strange, whatever I'm
Some
picking
of
up
that
on
coming
here.
up
Like,
in
whatever
season
happened
2
in
with
here
Bryce.
feels like it was,
She was definitely
not like a random
not
act. I
attacked,
keep getting
but
some kind of,
Spirit
like
paying a lot of
ritualistic
attention to her.
or
during
sacrificial,
season.
even it's a
A
weird,
lot of attention
weird
to
vibe I
Bryce.
keep getting. And
Yeah.
there's something about
But
this room and that
I
bathroom
feel like
that
Bryce
I
handled
keep
it
getting something about
very well.
like
Oh
weird,
yeah, she's a pro.
weird like sex acts or there's
She's a flea
something
in the
unsettling went on in this space.
She's a pro, for
George
sure.
Morel, if you're down here, can you please come and talk with me?
Now this is a new scene that I did not
ask
have
you a
in
few
the
questions.
original episode because of the camera mic being loose, which you'll hear.
Did you murder Elizabeth Short? Why did you murder her, if you did? What was your favorite instrument or your favorite weapon to use while you murdered her?
It was pretty bad, Jenny, and I'll tell you that much.
George Morel, if you're down here, can you please come and talk with me? I want to ask you a few questions. Did you murder Elizabeth Short? Why did you murder her?
Say yeah.
What was your favorite instrument or your favorite weapon to use while you murdered her?
Play it back, yeah.
Did you murder Elizabeth Short? Why did you murder her?
You say yes?
Yeah, there was a little something there. I
Play
heard
it back
that.
one more time. One more time.
It's definitely there.
Elizabeth Short. Why did you murder her?
George, it's good to hear your voice.
David.
It's good to hear you down with us. Did we just get a confession out here or what? Don't worry, we can't arrest you, man.
There's a lot of fear in this room, just residual energy that I keep picking up on. Like if I had to give this room one emotion or one
Yeah, Bryce,
significant
you
signature,
want to
emotional
answer that one?
signature,
Yeah,
word
as
I
long
would
as I'm
pick
not
is
giving weird
fear.
feedback.
It's almost like
Am I okay?
Yeah.
Okay. No, meaning the sounds.
No, we
There's
heard you.
always. Okay, good. There's always afterthoughts. I feel like there's always like stuff that comes after. That's the question, right?
Yeah.
So.
Something afterwards.
Oh,
yeah,
Jamie,
for
thank
sure.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dear. Thank you very
Sometimes,
much.
sometimes it can be messages, but mostly it's almost like when you have a conversation with somebody and you leave, and then you come back and you're like thinking about it, and you're like, oh, well, maybe this is like what that meant, or this is what it's kind of like similar to that. So definitely afterthoughts after communicating with spirit.
Yeah. Joe, you
waiting
can
for it
keep
to
talking
happen.
about
I
it
don't
if
know
you
what
want.
it is, like
No.
violence or
Perfect.
like a switch is gonna flip and like something's just gonna happen. I'm definitely picking up on that same female energy from before, because again, she keeps showing me the head, which is her
And
way of
again, look
identifying
where
herself
Joe's
to me,
standing,
today.
right underneath
I
that
think it's her
skylight.
that I keep getting this feeling of like domination or fear in here, or that anticipation of violence. But I don't know if it happened in whatever happened in here. Like I'm not like they're not playing me the movie of what happened in here, but there's very strong
Guess 'cause
negative
it didn't.
emotions tied to this space, especially this part of
Idiot. No.
the bathroom.
The skylight that was in the
You dope.
original master bathroom.
Yeah, that's it.
And that hasn't changed at all. He's just moved it back here. It's definitely got the original master bathroom vibes.
Yeah, it does.
Were there other victims of yours besides Elizabeth Short?
This is crazy to me.
Or was Elizabeth Short the only one you claim? Play back.
Were there other victims of yours besides Elizabeth Short? Or was Elizabeth Short the only one you claim?
So glad you made it.
What did it say?
What was that?
I don't know why I'm leaning in. They're in my ears.
I'm doing it too.
Besides Elizabeth Short? Or was Elizabeth Short the only one you claim?
I killed. Play back again.
Or was Elizabeth Short the only one you claim?
Hard to hear with the mic.
George, I'm gonna do something real quick.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna put that right here, this voice recorder. Set it down all by itself.
Thank you.
George,
Thank you.
we're gonna let
Thank you,
this
Jamie.
roll.
by itself, we're not going to talk. But I want to know, besides Elizabeth Short, did you murder other women? Or was she the only woman? Please, talk into that recorder. We're going to be quiet for a minute.
Later in the speakeasy, you'll get some work assigned.
George, we're gonna let this roll. Myself, we're not gonna talk.
Well, David looks like such a baby here.
I know.
Elizabeth Short, did you murder other women, or was she the only woman? Please talk into that recorder. We're gonna be quiet for a minute.
I mean,
as soon as I walk in, there's
what the hell would that have been?
I came in here before, but I couldn't stay in this bathroom because it was too intense for me.
Hey, Steve, any thoughts about the 7 victims that could have been in there?
Well, yes. So from 1944 to 1950, when he split, I have listed, documented 16 murders that I believe, women that I believe he killed. Now, they're not all in Hollywood. You know, that includes the 3 in Chicago, 1 in San Diego, 1 in Long Beach, 1 in Santa Monica. So we've got 16 different women. Now, I think personally, probably only 3 really reach the criteria of being killed at the Franklin house. I mean, I don't know for sure, but there was, of course, Elizabeth Short, and then there was, I think, Jean Spangler was probably murdered at the Franklin house, and then we have the Jane Doe secretary in Jane Doe unknown woman in 1950. I think those 3 probably were Sowden related. The others, Boomhauer is a possibility, but I don't think so. Hard to know on her. But the others, because they were left at different locations and stuff, I don't see those murders actually be like Jean French was taken and beaten and left on the vacant lot.
Well, I guess the mystery always remains they could have been killed there and then taken elsewhere to be dumped, just like Elizabeth, you know?
Well, but the timing, for example, Louise Springer, there was no time on her. She had to have been killed during the kidnap and you know, that was only an hour or 2. So, you know, and the Long Beach one, no. San Diego, no. So I mean, it's possible, but I'm mainly focused on those 3 as being probably definites at the Sowden house, at least. And of course, there are other women that I've never identified. I'm sure there are other victims that we know nothing about. You know, LA was known as the port of missing persons back then.
Right. Yeah.
And you make a missing report, never shows up. Very likely a murder, but nobody ever knows about it. The body's never found.
Yeah.
So you know, there could be many more that we just don't know about. Those 16 are ones that I feel I've identified and can link circumstantially to him.
Yeah.
All the spirits in the house, come and join us down here. Come through the mirrors. Can you do that?
I don't think this house ever
you guys were
fully, like, I don't feel comfortable today, and I feel like nobody ever felt too comfortable. If you really knew what went on here behind closed doors, or you really knew who lived here, it seems like there was always
thank
something
you
with
so much. Thank you.
The energy.
Amazing.
There's a lot here that my guides also keep showing me that has been, they keep saying it was welcomed in or invited in. So I don't know what the hell has been going on in this house, in this space, but
I was like,
something was opened up somewhere along the line.
What the hell is happening?
I don't think it was unintentional.
I didn't know what the hell was happening.
No.
What's the female's name?
And during the day, it was like all George, and it was all like, you know, just like, something's wrong in this house. But it wasn't until nighttime where
It got crazy.
What do you mean something was called in? Wait, what?
Right.
She feared for her life.
I do think it was
really
shortly after I
feel
said that I maybe
the
said to
energy of it.
Karen, these places are.
As I
I
come
think these
into
places
here,
are
the
connected.
anxiety
And I kind of
increases. I feel
remember,
like
it might have
she
been off
felt
camera,
moments of
and I kind of
feeling
remember
lost,
Karen,
far
you
from
being like,
home,
what the hell are
not
you talking about?
belonging,
No, it's not.
not being fit in into this world.
What?
And I was
How?
like,
Feels
all
like
right.
a loner, so an easy
Connected
target.
Right.
And a party girl.
I didn't
like
know.
again, I get the party energy,
That
drinking,
was crazy.
maybe high, I don't know.
The
And again,
the
heaviness in
schedule
my
is
chest.
everybody's running simultaneously. So Joe was in one part of the house for the night walkthroughs, Marie was in the other, and then the guys were in the basement. Marie finished her night walk down in the basement, and then we sent the paranormal guys down.
Right.
And then Marie was upstairs, and then Joe was
They showed me an image
doing
in
his
black,
thing
like
while
in black
she
and
was
white.
in
So
the
for me,
dining
that's
room.
usually
So
like
it was
30s,
the type
40s,
of house that
like
it is.
that-
You could
that time
literally
frame.
be
I don't
in
know
other
if
places
that's
and never
when
see
this
each
was
other.
built, but
That
it
it-
does
yeah.
feel like it's quite some
Yeah.
time
It's
ago.
like
But then
sprawled
the
out
16 or
enough
the other
that you
one
can
was
kind of
was more recent
miss
because
each
it
other.
feels like something
Yeah.
was invited in, like this happened twice. Okay, I think I have to leave this space and go down. They keep telling me to go downstairs, which I don't want to do.
I do not want to do.
I didn't want to. Because I knew they were like doing something
Again, I
down
keep
there
hearing
that
those
was
screams coming from
disturbing.
that direction.
Yeah.
Oh,
Disturbing
whatever
the
they're
energy.
doing in there, it doesn't like it.
You're
Now
just
I
like,
keep getting that.
no.
I am not. I don't know if they realize how intense that is in there, but it's. I almost feel like if I open this door, like something's gonna come out.
Definitely afraid. And I feel like a lot of the torture and the rituals.
I remember going
were
down there for
while
the
she
first
was
time at night with everything
coherent
pitch
enough
black and the
to
guys.
really drugged, but
First of all, I
here-
was tripping all over the place. And second of all, it was really
Just super
freaking
emotional.
creepy down there with all the
It
lights out.
is, and it gets so dark.
Oh my god.
So dark.
Were there actually no lights, or you just turned them off?
Yeah, no, we turned them all off.
Okay.
Like about to go
For
awry.
fun.
For fun.
Yeah, like it felt.
Yeah,
Some of us, and I cut off the climax.
Yeah, I'm glad I
gotta
went in
tell you,
there and stopped them because
you
they
guys
like
have to
something
be-
was about to
have to be
go
careful in
down.
this place
Yeah.
tonight because it feels like it could get aggressive.
I don't know if they
Whoever
realized.
this is
I mean,
not gonna be
they're
bossed
both pretty
around.
sensitive, but
That's
still,
not
I
how
was
the
like,
energy of this place works. It reveals itself.
I don't think
in
that they're
time, and
used
it-
to.
it
I mean,
almost tells
listen,
you
they're
what it
so
wants.
seasoned
She's saying I'm
investigators.
close.
Even by
I
that
don't know
point,
what
they're
I'm close
super
to. I'm close
seasoned
to her,
investigators.
so maybe
But I don't
she
think
could
that
tell
they.
me who
I think what
murdered
was
her.
in that house was
Does
out
she
of
think
all
it's a
of our
mystery?
depth. You know what I
Definitely.
mean?
Claim
We
to
were
fame.
all in
Right.
way over our
I
heads.
think maybe I just had the advantage, me and Marine, because we talked to them, so
Yeah.
we could be like, wait a second.
Yeah.
We didn't have to, you know,
Yeah.
F around and find
I see
out.
4 different people
Yeah.
standing there. Not like I see you. but how
Steve,
I
did
see
you ever
energy.
feel like the house was a confusing maze? Did you ever feel like it would be hard for the victims to get out?
Not really. I knew the house, so maybe that influenced my feeling and thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really touched on that. Never.
But I could tell you what Karen thought.
Yeah.
Well, I always ended up on the wrong side of the house. Like I was looking for the bathroom, you know, there's one in this corner and then one in that corner, and I'd always end up by your old bedroom. There's no bathroom there. I'm like, what in the hell?
It's like they don't want to be
I always ended up on the wrong end of the house. I don't know how that happened.
We did too.
I do want to come back.
And speaking of bathrooms, I gotta tell you guys, we were all scared to go to the bathroom alone. It was like, okay, who's coming to the bathroom with me? Once night hit, it was spooky enough that we would not go to the bathroom alone.
The only one that felt a little bit safe was the one by the kitchen.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Miss
Miss
DJ,
DJ, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that little, like, I think it was like a half bath by the kitchen, right? Like
Yeah.
right before you go in the kitchen. That was the
one
only
between
one.
The maid's room and the kitchen. That's where we
Yeah.
all felt safest. But it was like, yeah, I'm not going by myself.
I was not walking across the entire property to go in one of those haunted ass bathrooms. I wasn't doing it.
I'll tell you a little story about the rooms.
Yeah.
Mom told me this story, and apparently they had a painting party at the house, and they were painting the different rooms.
Oh,
You
by
know?
the way, Joe, you'll be very interested in this with your purple. Go ahead, Steve.
So, I've told you the story before, haven't I?
No, but it didn't make it onto the episode. So go ahead, Steve.
Okay, so they, of course, it was a drinking party, and they would paint and they would drink and they would drink and they would paint. And my room was one of the last at the far end corner, was one of the last ones to be painted. And they wound up painting it I think it was a very bright chartreuse color. And I've been damaged by that emotionally ever since. You know? But you know, the drunker they got, the wilder they got.
The colors got. So you unfortunately got the drunkest room.
Sit on touching all like dirty. I can't even unclean. That's the word I want to use. Like that, this whole place is. Oh, it's got like a desecrated feeling almost. Like
That summed it up right there.
Yeah.
It's so bad. And I keep getting a headache. I think I need to step out of the space for a second. I gotta get like air or go outside.
This is the house where it's alleged
Oh,
that
Aaron,
thank you
so much.
Dr. George Hill Hodel,
Thank you.
January 15th, 1947. So, Maureen, you're getting pretty emotional.
There's me because she came through to me. And so this is a big deal.
Why are you crying?
That's great. It is.
Because I just feel her pain.
The best word. It's like just so.
With all the negativity that Joe and Maureen picked up in the studio, everyone agreed that that's where we needed to start with a Team Geoport session.
I gotta tell you, this was
This
insane.
was nuts. Was this night
This
one?
part,
George was.
yeah, this was night one.
There's
and
a
I
bigger
have to
picture
tell
here.
you, the fact that Joe got this before we walked into the
Oh, I
studio
knew it. I knew
is
it.
just insane to me because I
And-
remember going, because Joe always like, get a camera, come here. So I go over and he's like, yeah, you have no idea what's in store for you. Well, I mean, he'll speak for himself.
But
I
you know what? I remember, like, I brought you over personally,
Yeah.
because I feel like I had said something to maybe David or somebody else. Like I had like voiced it a little bit, and I feel like no one was really listening. And I was like, you guys, like,
hello, wake up call.
I haven't been nervous all day. Like, why is no one listening to me? Like, this is the one time where I'm like, oh my God, what's happening?
Yeah.
I think on that spirit box, we're not just gonna get him in that front room. I think that front room was used for other, more sinister purposes, maybe even before George was here.
You guys tell us anything about this room? Hey, where's Dave? Second.
I heard it.
What about Sadie? Whoa. Where? On the bed. Who's on the bed?
Not that somebody was. It looked like tied up on that bed.
Call this place.
In the SLS camera, it looked like somebody tied up on that bed. That growl was. Good job. That's it, Neville. I told you.
Why are you saying these things about the download and saying?
It does, Amy, and in fact, you know, I'll tell you, Elfie said that.
Here.
Was it Elfie that said the raised bed was a ceremonial altar, so to speak? Like, well, the first thing I
Makes
think is an altar. It's off the platform.
That makes sense.
So what better place to do sex magic? And it's always been on that platform, by the way, because if you go all the way back to the stone pictures, all the way back to 1926.
Always been on that.
platform. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Blood? There was a warlock. Was it like a sacrifice? Did you guys invite evil spirits in here?
That was so clear.
But she had been
So
sexualized,
clear.
apparently. You know,
Yeah,
since
that whole
11,
that whole session.
14, the
It was insane.
When did that happen, guys?
Yeah.
Can you give me a year? some of the female victims. Can you guys hear me?
That was crazy
Hear
too.
that? Scream. Wow, that was a woman screaming like really.
Hear the scream.
And you guys watching, like, this
I don't know
was
if the
even
person
clearer in the room.
that
Like, I know on
was, like, the
camera it's
leader
like a
was an
little
architect,
kind of like
because
sounds
the energy is
like
in the house.
It was
you know,
really clear.
ambient, but it
in
wasn't.
that
It didn't sound ambient. It was direct.
It's because there's no microphone. The microphones, Jesse put them on the wrong people, and so we lost like the sound from the GO box. It was on George back behind David. You see the mic on him.
How long
Yeah.
ago did this demonic stuff start?
Yeah.
Was this house intentionally built for that purpose?
Yes. That's so clear.
Because
Was this house built for satanic purposes? Try acid.
Was this room used as a satanic altar?
That laugh.
Holy shit. Evil ass laughing. Hear that? Yeah, evil laughing.
I love Joe's face.
I was like, what do I do now?
This is. I think about the piano music too.
No. This
George Clinton band
was
piano.
this was crazy.
This is when I seriously was going to shut the whole investigation down.
You need to stick with my program. Evil will ascend. And that was the first time we hear like a continuous voice. And it was instant.
I really was going to shut the whole thing down. I was scared. What you guys don't know is when we turned off the box and we all went around in a circle, held hands, and said prayers before anybody left that room. That's how scared we were.
I think in that moment, the entire team was pretty terrified. It wasn't what we were expecting to find in this house.
I'm not
And
sure
Kelvin
that
was
they
the only
had
one qualified
similar
to work with the
designs
demonic. 2 years prior, we investigated the
house,
Los
but
Feliz murder
similar
house where
ideas
Kelvin dealt with the demonic
and
portal that was
the
there.
brick.
There are demonic frequencies in this house that
No,
are really bad and have been bad and
block,
still are here,
concrete
and
block,
they can
yeah.
still come through. I
Concrete
want to explain
block.
a portal to everyone. A portal is where the negative zone set it up so that they can
How do you like my
switch in and out of
guardian?
the worlds. Why am I going down this track? Because
So
it's
cute.
and it's really important that
Bye.
physical people go crazy when
Foster
these
cute
things
puppy,
open
for
up.
sure.
They get attachments.
That's his
There's
partner
been
in
an
crime.
experience
Yeah,
of that
that
taking
gets
place, which has
yeah.
opened a portal in here,
So
which has
there's
allowed
quite
the
a few
negative stuff to come
places,
through. So with a portal, what happens when we...
that Lloyd Wright has done, and we're hoping to get into a couple of others maybe someday if we can actually make the money. It's expensive to shoot in those houses,
I bet.
but yeah, we would definitely like to stake out.
Is the Wayfarers Church gone now?
Yeah, it's disassembled and in boxes, and they're trying to get an area to rebuild it down the street. Yeah.
Down which? Oh, down from you.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was about to fall down the hill. They took it down, and they're rebuilding it right now.
All the stakeouts I did were in old beat up pickup trucks and on roofs. That's all I know.
The guys told me that entity came through that way because I addressed it directly. I don't know much about.
And this was the other
demons,
crazy
or
thing is
I
that
have no experience with them at all. This
Joe's
is my
guides
first
told
time
him
ever
how to
encountering
take
anything
control
like
of
that.
it, even though
I'm
none
not
of
even
us
too sure I
knew how to do
believed
it.
in it wholly before just now. But they told me that you have to address them directly, and there's some kind of rule where if you figure out that it's them, they have to answer you. Like I almost feel like if I knew its name or what to call it, I would have some sort of control over the situation or over it.
Those
and
guys
there's something
are
about
never
how they're
wrong.
very deceiving.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I've been feeling that deceiving
They're pretty
all
good.
day
Those guys are like,
because we.
I should try to ask them for the lotto numbers.
What it
Maybe I
just
would
said
get them, and then I
was
would shut everybody the hell
almost
up.
like a last-ditch effort to scare us, or you know, to instill.
I'm gonna try it.
To instill fear. But my guys keep telling me that
You have to
that we're
defend
okay. That
yourself
it doesn't
against
have
a
any
big gun.
power over us or anything like that. Which
Medium
is
wins lotto.
With nighttime, your sight is more challenged in a physical sense. There's no light, you know, even energetic light. So it's hard to see through the darkness The energy is like an elephant sitting in the middle of your chest. It's like I'm being stabbed repeatedly in the shoulder. It's so painful across here. And again, I feel like it was
we talked about this
like
a little
in
on the
his
website,
sick
how
mind,
the
part of
furniture
like
and the
a
artwork
sacrifice or
continues from owner to owner.
religious
It's like nothing
thing or
Yeah, it's
very
strange.
occultic because
sold,
based on the architecture of the house, I'm
It's like
presuming
this
that
furniture's been in there since Zoran Balbas, who
like
retrofitted
he
the whole thing,
was
did
into
it.
devil
Right?
worship or occult or
Crazy.
something.
Yeah.
But I also think I don't have all that pieces. I think it's deceiving me because I'm being very factual about the things I'm seeing. So I'm basing it on a spiritual standpoint of
Maybe
the
for
connection to
us,
the
I
house.
don't think that,
how it's built, all the
subconsciously
elements
guided. I
into the
think Joe's
house.
more, Joe and Bryce more in tune with their, the other side than.
But even then, I feel like I'm sure Bryce, if she could hear me, would agree that sometimes spirit makes us do stuff and we don't even realize until
Yeah,
after.
Bryce,
We're
I'm
like,
saying, like sometimes spirit makes you do things when you don't even realize what they're making you do. I mean, you agree?
All the time. Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
And make us go into rooms or say something or yeah, for sure. Stand somewhere.
write something down.
Write something down.
What's your name? Tell me your name.
This was some of the creepiest crap ever. I think I'll never forget these voices. I agree with that. 100%.
A lot of rich people are kind of strange. Not all of them,
But a lot of them.
but a lot.
Say it again louder.
I think money just makes you like live in a different reality a little bit.
Does your name start with an A? Are you a demon?
Yeah, it was like it was calling me out.
Yeah.
Rise up.
This was probably my favorite Ghost Box session of the entire series. This one was absolutely insane.
What? Jesus Christ, what the
Katie.
I saw something over there.
All right, come in here.
Dark figure over there, buddy.
All right,
Really
everybody
like
stand
Katie.
still.
Everybody
Everybody
stand
stand
straight. Split us
still.
up, Karen. Don't go in. Let's try to split us up.
Just
Everybody
relax.
stay.
Everybody just chill.
I remember
Who's in the kitchen?
our one of our
It's all
cats had died
You trying to scare us?
this morning before this, and they were taunting me. There's stuff in here that we haven't shown you guys where they're asking
All
about.
right, we're right
Telling me
here.
you have the
So you
cat.
want us to see you come in this room.
They brought up my dad's name who had just passed away.
I'm
Like,
not
this
Oh,
is
yeah,
dark.
there was a lot of
Nothing
stuff.
I'm getting
but
a pain in my
this
Yeah.
room.
throat, my chest. No, I'm. Is there?
Look at David. No,
I
stop.
feel really weird.
Yeah, David. Poor David.
I'm alright now. I just
Oh, is there evil here? David's like,
Like,
no, no. But wait, I'm not done yet. No, we're good. Listen. I said you're right.
I feel like the Ghost Box is forever answering me like that.
Who shoots himself? You did?
I don't even know what to say about it.
Finish me.
Priest.
Are you trying to mess with
Yeah,
one of us internally?
David is a little on edge during these these evil sessions for
You
sure.
can't harm us.
well, because they kept threatening them.
They were threatening him,
Constantly
yes.
threatening him.
What's your name over there? Who's in that corner over there by the screen? Who's over there in spirit?
And I gotta say, David
Power
handled
of God
himself
in
really
this
well
family.
through all of it. You know, he kept moving forward. He kept, that was crazy.
Oh, yes, you do.
My favorite part.
Name
My
the Holy
favorite
Spirit. I
part.
command you to tell me your name.
Why am I always fighting with them?
You have to.
Fighting with
I think that shocked us all. Oh no, I don't.
Oh yes, we did.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Back.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah, I felt a cold drop.
Who brought you here? Give me the first name of the person who brought you here.
Are you standing right next to me?
Yes, he is. Don't move.
You could feel him.
You don't have my permission to touch me.
Why are you here?
So what's gonna happen is I hear chanting and all of this. He's saying something, he's doing a ritual, and he's casting a spell, and you hear that shh, shh, shh energy. See, he's mocking me. This is me pulling energy off. I can turn it to my guides and get rid of it. He's doing a spell right now.
He's doing Marine's actions like she does over her head. He's mocking you.
He's mocking Marie.
He's mocking Marine.
Where is he?
He was doing this.
Where is he? David?
Right there.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
He's bending over and showing he's got his ass in Marine's face. I'm not kidding you right now.
Is it terrible of me to laugh?
I remember going, Karen, what did you say?
What?
Ass in
Same.
my face.
I was like, did she just say ass?
A person
told him like
standing right there.
Marie, should we keep... No, I think we need to either...
It disappeared.
Yeah, that was funny.
For now.
Can you do an EVP session? Can we do that?
Wait, can you say that one more time? He's got his ass in.
Ass, you say?
Standing
The
there, you
whole
just
ass or just a cheek?
I want to hear your real voice. He's touching my hand, I swear to God.
Tracy, I will
Tell me your-
sometimes,
tell me
but
your
it's
name.
not often.
You want to tell me your name?
Bryce?
16
Do you know what my name
you
is?
said
Oh, she
that.
can't hear
It
me.
doesn't really matter
Right.
because
Wait,
you
what
don't
do you
have
want to say,
authority
Bryce?
here. And so you need to stop scaring people and feeding off your energy.
Someone tell Bryce to answer. Because I actually want to know the answer to the question.
Oh, do either
You
of
also
you
need to
see
see your
yours
purpose
well?
here. So what's your intention
Like on the
here?
show as we watch?
Oh, I thought you
I
meant
don't know
like.
if you watch, not really. No.
Well, but Mike, when you're in the space at the time, do you see,
Oh,
yeah.
see the
For
spirits
sure.
or just feel them communicating?
Yeah, and I had never worked with an SLS camera before, so when I was like, oh, I feel so many around me, or I see so many around me, and then you're like, yeah, you've got activity all around you. So it's awesome validation with that camera.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, I don't really see like a lot of visual stuff. Mentally, I do, but not like every now and again.
What do you mean by mentally?
Like in my head, I'll see stuff, but I took that question as like, do I see them like how I see you? Maybe I read the question wrong.
No, I think you both just had a different interpretation.
Oh.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I remember when the first buyer that
What if I'm
before he
standing by myself for a second?
retrofitted the house, I think his name was Zoran Balbas or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Balbas.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Anyway, he had a priest and a shaman supposedly sweep through the house and clear it all out. I don't doesn't sound like he did much of a job, right?
Didn't work.
It
Not at
did
all.
not work at all.
Was a Timu shaman.
Wonder what prompted him to do that.
Yeah, right? Can't imagine.
May-
But
No,
also,
I'm serious. What prompted him to do something like that?
yeah.
What was it?
Maybe the book,
There you go.
What book?
my book.
No, your book hadn't come out yet. Had
Yeah.
it? 2000 was when did your book come out?
2003.
Oh,
Yeah.
he'd already done the work.
He'd already done the retro.
He might just do that in every house if he's
I
like
thought
kind
he
of a
did it in
spiritual teacher.
2004, no?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Wasn't-
I think there's a darker side to Zoran Balbas.
Wasn't he a spiritual teacher for like Oprah or something?
Yeah, think about that word.
Well, yes, but aside from that
He's
situation,
also brought us Dr. Phil.
I don't from an investigative standpoint.
Yeah.
I don't know if it means so much that he did like an energy cleanse, because if he's a spiritual teacher, he probably does that everywhere he moves into. You know?
I don't think he's really a spiritual teacher. If you ask me.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I hear Zoran and I think of Mamdani, so
Yeah, it's
my
not
mind
his real
goes
name.
somewhere else. What's his
It's
name?
not his real name.
Like Herbert or something? Arthur?
Contact and what do we want to release? But I can tell you this is a portal to hell.
Oh, that's Steve.
And we
That's Lisa's nephew.
have to move on to remember
guy with
that
the
we're
beard.
releasing souls.
Oh
here,
yeah, this is my
and don't get
nephew.
focused on the demon.
Oh, does Steve Hodel believe in the
take a break
paranormal?
here. Let's all go outside.
I'll let him answer. Steve, do you believe in the paranormal?
Let me see if I can answer it this way. I'm agnostic in regards to the paranormal. I keep an open mind, and I am a firm believer there are more things in heaven and earth that are dreamt of in our philosophies, as Shakespeare would say. But also I'm fact driven, and as an investigator, and having to go to court and present this, I have to keep my feet on the ground. So I don't disbelieve in it, and I don't believe in it. I'm open to the possibility that these things are true and accurate, and I respect other people's opinions and stuff, but basically, so I don't believe and I don't not believe, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
Right.
perfect.
It does.
I think we're on the same page, Steve. I believe in our mediums.
I know you are, Karen. Yeah.
The mediums I believe in because there's just been too much for it to be coincidental. I'm sorry. But as far as the other stuff, yeah, I keep an open mind. I listen to it. I take the information from it. I apply it to my investigations. If it pans out through something that I read, great. If it doesn't, no harm, no foul. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
And I must admit that I've had several in my almost 85 years now, as we approach November. I've had a number of experiences in my life that would seem to substantiate there's something else going on here.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are a lot of psychics out there that are charlatans and fake.
Most of them.
And
To be honest.
yeah, most. And I've met one in my life that I actually feel was very accurate and true, because it was very personal, and she told me things that would unfold in later life that I had no possibility, couldn't have dreamt of. She didn't say anything about this aspect of my life, the last 25 years and that, but other things that really impressed me. I was I don't know if have you ever heard the name Dr. Siegfried Knauer? And Indria Devi was his wife. She had a Tecate. She had a health farm in Tecate, and was very highly respected. This is going way back into the 60s. Anyway, he referred me to this woman, and I had tremendous respect for him as a healer. He was a medical doctor as well as his own methods of diagnosing. And he referred me to her, and she told me some stuff that was just blew my mind that eventually would unfold. So, I am open to the possibility. At the same time, I maintain the objectivity.
Yep.
It's so I paused this because I think Joe was so spot on here about George, and I just wanted you to get your thoughts on it when he's done talking here.
Abortions or it not being authorized, I keep hearing about that. And there's also something about when I was downstairs in the basement area, I kept seeing like a painted face or a clown face, and my guides keep telling me that that's crucial to understanding this man. And there's something about that face that has something to do with an obsession with him or his past, or it feels like it's key to understanding why he did what he did to these people. And I feel like with Elizabeth's murder, that was almost his like magnum opus. I want to say, like, he either had done this before to people or had been practicing. He didn't put her on display for no reason. There was something about that was satisfying to him, that look on her face with these big red lips that's so important to understanding his psyche and the obsession that he had. It's such a strong obsession, and this is why he did it. It's like he was trying to recreate something, or he was trying to get something right. It's a representation of something, I think. I just don't know what he was trying to emulate or perfect or recreate, but it's definitely a big piece of the mystery and of George, I think.
Steve Odell believed that George used the murder of Elizabeth Short to reproduce two pieces of work by his friend surreal artist Man Ray, The Minotaur and The Lovers. Until this moment, I doubted that theory.
Steve, what did you think about that? You think Joe was pretty spot on?
Boy, it sure was. And in fact, that's a perfect, let's see if you can see this. Can you see this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just published, this is my latest book. And, you know, the other books of who, what, where, and when, this is the why. And it's Murder is a Fine Art, it's surrealism, it connects Man Ray and William Copley. They were close friends of my father. And actually, what I present in this book is that they actually not only knew that George committed the crime and they knew why he committed the crime, they actually said so in their artwork. They presented in their artwork. And I wanted to, this book strictly focuses on the why, which is, as you're sensing there, was George's masterpiece. It was his, he really believed that surrealism in the dreams, there was no difference between the dream state and the waking state. And the others drank their red wine and talked the talk, but he walked the walk. And basically, I lay out in this latest book, it focuses on the why of it and his personal insanity, his personal madness.
Right.
Murder is a Fine Art. And I feel this is kind of the cherry on top, so to speak. It's I've said this before, so I shouldn't say it again. Probably my last book, but there might be one more. But basically, it goes a long way in explaining his personal insanity and the reasons why. And there's a lot more than just the Man Ray Minotaur and the Lover's Lips. It's Man Ray and Copley in their artworks actually, the name of this book is As Within, So Without. They actually reproduced the interior and exterior of the Sowden house in their artwork, and they and said, you know, this was their secret. Of course, surrealists hid secrets in their artwork.
Right.
Yeah.
And this was their ultimate secret. So I feel very satisfied in being able to present this as kind of my final piece of the puzzle, so to speak.
Right. Yeah, 100%.
Show respect.
Yeah, well then tell us your name. How about that?
I'm frustrated.
Oh.
Why are you frustrated? Yeah, I heard help. Who just said help? Who was asking for help?
I did.
Who am I talking to? Can I die again?
Sure.
They always give you the good answer.
Identify yourself.
Ghost.
Huh?
It's very helpful.
I heard that. There she is. There who is?
I think you're talking about her.
Are you talking about Karen?
They're always talking about Karen. They're always messing with Karen.
Talk to power? Sound angry.
This is like the best ghost box I've ever heard. This was crazy.
What the fuck?
I heard your name.
Yeah, me too.
Why
are you talking about me?
Working in reverse. Yeah.
Can't harm me.
I think this is like the best setup we've ever used.
Listen, yes I can. I'm gonna slash you.
Yeah, I heard that.
Should we take a break then? You need
But I also think George was helping.
Bye.
Probably.
After that session, we held hands and said a prayer. But
Again.
that prayer didn't stop
Again.
the spiritual.
Day
We
two.
were doing that a lot.
Tell me what
Day
happened.
2 of praying.
I got a nosebleed out of nowhere. Just in the bathroom, and this is like one of
Oh,
the
wait, this is
last
still
issues,
night
but I
1?
flushed the others, but yeah, it just started dripping down my face. I haven't had a nosebleed in
Yeah, this is
30
night
years.
one.
This is still night
30
1.
years.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere.
Did you feel anything right before, like what Brandon was saying?
I was talking to Joe and Maureen about getting called out on the ghost box. And,
Yeah.
I was talking about just, you know, you want to call me a bitch? That's fine. I'm going to air you out.
David, do you remember what he said to her? That
He said, I'm gonna slash you.
I'm gonna slash her, right? And
Well,
Well, he made her bleed.
There's proof.
He's trying.
Yeah. Bring it. I'm not scared.
Bring
They
it.
went into the courtyard
Bring
to
it.
decompress
That's
for a
my
little
girl.
bit, and Joe
There she
Perreta, our
is.
medium,
I'm not
had a
gonna
visitor,
lie.
and the visitor was Patty Tate.
This
And
was
Patty
crazy.
died in 2000 from breast cancer, but she had a message for
I'm
me
good.
that night.
Nope.
She told me to say that you don't have to worry about anybody tonight. Nothing bad is going to happen.
This
what she
is
said.
a turning point.
You
in
don't
this
have to feel
whole
responsible
freaking
that you
thing.
brought someone here and that they're going to get
Because
hurt or that you
it's
did
a moment
something
of like,
wrong,
what
that
are
you
you
opened a
talking
can of
about?
worms and you shouldn't be playing around.
Self-connected.
She said, "Don't go down that road. You're following your heart." She said, "She said you always have to do that.
Strong
As
women.
long as you stick to your guns,
Yeah.
you don't have to
But
doubt
turn.
this project, us
And
being
he was
here.
so
Nothing bad is going to
like
happen. We're
that.
right where we're supposed to be. This is not a mistake." Is what she keeps telling you. I feel like she's here to either protect or to make sure that things don't go wrong, like almost like a mediator a little bit. But I think whatever information
That wasn't planned.
was it on purpose?
You're
No.
gonna say it. Was that on purpose?
Whatever information
Nope.
we're gonna get tonight,
Then it comes
I
back
think
on.
it's pertinent
Uh-huh.
to more than just this house.
At
and
that
what went
point,
on
so
here.
much had happened. I was like,
He
whatever.
keeps telling me to say that we're
Turn the lights on and off
in
of me.
here.
I don't.
We're
I'm not.
honest in here, is
Not
what she
phased
said.
anymore. Fine. Throw the light on me. I don't care.
I have to go along with what I've been thinking all day, that this place and the last location we were at and maybe some others
And so much
are
more
somehow connected. I don't know if
happened.
it's in a
This was
paranormal
like
way
one
or
very
they were
small
connected in the physical
moment
world, but
Yeah.
of what
she's making me
was like a
feel that
3-hour
there's something
situation.
we're about to stumble onto that is going to make sense to you, like more than anyone else. Like I almost want to say that this, whatever we're going to find out, there's some piece of information that is going to answer a question that you've had for a long time, or something like that. Is how I can. And I don't know if this is tonight or if this is just soon, but it doesn't feel like she's talking about years from now.
Nope.
She's stepping forward to like to bring it up. That
It was
this
like
is, it's coming.
next
Is what
Tuesday.
I keep hearing.
And that information, it came to us faster than any of us
5
could have
minutes
imagined
later.
during a ghost
Yeah,
box session in
literally.
George Hodell's office.
This is so insane.
Yes, it is. I'll never
This was
forget this.
crazy. I think about this all the time.
I know.
What?
I'm an entity.
Yeah.
We're trying to find out who the victim was who was screaming in this office that the DA's people heard. That we suspect died.
It's the DA's office. Sorry. The dark? He died in the dark? Oh yeah? Dark?
What does that mean? You died in the dark. You couldn't see?
Strangle her. Emotion with emotion. Something about escape. You choose.
Get off of me. You don't have my permission to attack me. What's the name of the woman that George murdered in this room?
That blew me away.
I said back.
Feels like you're trying to get into my mouth.
I'm gonna tell you that that's enough of doing that. You don't have my permission to attack me like this.
Hey, Marie, why don't you go?
Yeah, Marine was getting a lot of like attack.
Hey, Joe, will you go out?
And it's facilitated by the SLS camera. I mean, they're all over her head.
Come on, George. Tell us who you killed in this room. Beth. Right?
It's a.
I heard Beth.
You're confessing.
You killed Elizabeth Short in this room?
I said yes.
It was a 4-hour torture.
Mind blown.
Certainly not all that time here.
Who else did you kill in this room?
Everyone.
Wow.
How's that possible?
I killed them.
That was great.
George, who are you talking to? Okay, George.
Still gives me the chills.
How did you kill all of them in this room? Why did you do it? What was too much? Say that again?
The sin.
The sin. Whose sins? Yours or theirs? Are they saying Schumacher?
Yes.
Is that a name anywhere on a list?
Yes.
I keep hearing Schumacher.
Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
I keep hearing it in my head, and I keep hearing it
This
there.
was
Schumacher.
such a
Do you
crazy
know who
moment.
Schumacher is?
No idea.
Oh my God. The man who built the Los Feliz murder house.
I still have the chills.
Oh, no.
I don't like that.
The Los Feliz murder house was built in
Because in that
1926
moment,
for
I had
Harry
been
and
going on
Florence
for 2
Schumacher,
days
who both
or a
died
day
of
at
mysterious
this
deaths
point
in
about how they're
1928. 30
connected.
years later, new
And the
owners
entire house is
bought
looking at me like I'm
3
nuts.
o'clock in
his
the
daughter,
morning, and
then
we're all
killed
just like,
himself.
what
We
did you just
investigated
say?
that house 2 years ago.
No,
Now George
I
is
thought
like-
Lisa was gonna fall off the little ottoman or whatever she was saying. I'm not even kidding. I really did.
It was close. It was close. I just remember just going.
Probably knew each other.
Oh, yeah, the chills.
Yeah.
How
I
do you
thought
know Harry Schumacher?
you looked like you were gonna hit me. Like you were so like.
George, are you connected to Harry
Like-
Schumacher, or are you connected
sorry.
to the Los Feliz house on
But it was
Glendower?
just like this turning point of like, holy
I heard it
crap,
again.
I cannot believe this just
I
happened.
heard that.
Yeah, it was wild.
Oh my
Did you
God.
know
Oh, yeah,
Schumacher?
full body chills, 100%.
Yeah, and F. Bell, you're right. He was
Yeah.
like an adjacent mob. He wasn't a killer.
Yeah.
Schumacher was just a rough on us.
Yeah.
It's me,
Well,
David.
he did
said.
take responsibility for one of the bodies under the
Who
house.
are you?
Okay.
But he wasn't like George Hodel
Talking about me again.
level.
We don't know
Right.
what that was.
No,
Yeah.
don't entertain him right now because he's trying to change the subject. That's what's happening here.
Could have been
George,
somebody
don't
that
try
drank
this
bad booze at a party upstairs for all we know.
Yeah, and he felt guilty, obviously.
Right, exactly. A lot
So-
of bad booze back then, believe me.
I knew. What did he say? I knew a bunch.
George, did the murder start as far back as Schumacher at the Los Feliz house?
This is one of the spots.
It was one of the spots.
It's one of the spots. In the stairwell?
Thank you, Joe, in the stairwell.
I have the chills from head to toe.
That's what they do.
We know.
Is if they always have an answer for you, Joe. Yeah.
Always. So snarky, these little.
And my first
I know.
was
Steve,
now
there was a
looking
couple
at the
questions.
Los
I just want to go back.
There you go.
You
You can actually switch it and take that off now and make us into some little other thingy on the bottom.
some little other thingy.
Hey!
There we
There we
go.
all are.
Let me see. There were some questions for Steve. Steve, how do you feel now about George after all these years?
I guess, I've gone through I've said this many times before, but I've gone through every possible emotion, human emotion you can go through. Now it's all resolved into just a tremendous sadness for me. I think about what he must have gone through as a small child. He had a very domineering mother. I suspect there was probably incest either with her or some other family member. And you look he was so far ahead, he was so bright with that high IQ, rejected by his peers, I'm sure, so it was just a perfect storm came together. I'm sure probably congenital insanity was figured into it. So, it's just a tremendous sadness to see how much potential was wasted and the route that he took was so sad to see. I have, initially I had a lot of anger and hatred because of my feelings for the victims and their families and the department that actually covered it up in many respects. But now I've kind of resolved all of that into just, just a terrible sadness, I guess, is about where I'm at now.
One more question for you, Steve. Audrey's asking, why do you think George chose to kill some women and then not hurt the women he married? like your mother or June or
Okay,
Hortensia.
gross.
Well, I know, but
Yeah, well, I mean, he was very sadistic with them. He did especially with my mother. He treated her terribly, pulled her. I have accounts from Tamar of pulling around the hair, beating her, hitting her. But why he didn't, I can't really answer that other than it would be a much more easy to link him to those crimes of a wife than it would be a
Right.
stranger or a girlfriend.
Right.
So, and he wasn't. I mean, one of the things, I don't know if this comes across or not, but he was such an impressive individual. I mean, I've said this before, where he would walk into a room and it would be like you'd be in the presence of the Pope or something. Everybody, he would just totally automatically, without even saying a word, have control of the room. Women loved him. He was handsome, and his brilliance and stuff. So every woman he met fell in love with him. So he could pick and choose, and with that ability to, and remember, he was a psychiatrist too, although a majorly fucked up one. But he was, not that a lot of them aren't, but no.
Exactly.
Very true.
But I think of. I'm reminded of Alcala. I arrested Rodney Alcala.
Yeah.
Right.
And sent him to prison, and he was expected to do. I expected him to do at least 25 years on an indeterminate sentence. He got 1 to 99, and the psychiatrist there, after about 2 years, said, "Well, he's all well now. He's good to go." So he's released, and he goes out and kills 8 or 10 or 12.
Of course, it's always the way it goes.
Right.
I'll get off my psychiatrist bandwagon.
One thing.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The one thing, it was a dichotomy of George's childhood that I wanted to posit to you. When I think of him, 7 years old, and what people need to remember is he's a concert pianist at 7. He was playing concert halls at 7 years old. He was a piano prodigy, and I can see him in his little suit, sort of head up, sort of walking out very confidently on stage, sitting down and laying his beautiful, delicate fingers on the keys and just playing the hell out of some Rachmaninoff or Chopin or whatever it was he was playing. Then he would go home or at school, and he is a piano prodigy, ergo he was bullied. I could see him also getting totally bullied by kids at school, at home. No, Georgie, you can't play baseball. You can't throw a ball. You'll hurt your hands. So he's got this really weird confidence when he's on a stage, when he is in the presence of people. And then he's also completely repressed when he goes home or when he's around other children because he's being beaten down. Do you see that?
Absolutely. And there's the little Lord Fauntleroy aspect to him. And also, he wasn't all that. I mean, apparently he was fairly tough. I mean, we read about the accounting when he was a taxi cab driver.
Right.
And he says, pay up or I'm going to punch you in the nose.
Right.
So I think he had the strength and the power too, but you're right. He was, what was he, 3 or 4 grades ahead of himself in college, and the girls say, "This is a little kid. I'm not going to have anything to do with him." And then you've got the sexually precocious with the affair with the professor's wife, and going back east. "I love you. I want to marry you." And she says, "George, you're a kid yourself. Get out of my life."
For people.
He's being rejected. It's a lot of things came together there to make that perfect storm. It's George Hodel, and
thanks, Beth.
And then the megalomania. That was the big thing where he master criminal. He was another Moriarty. He could outthink and outsmart the police. He had to taunt them constantly, both as Avenger and as Zodiac, and he's playing with them for decades and leaving these clues. to his crime scenes and street signs and all of this stuff. So, and demanding to be above the fold in the newspapers.
Yeah.
Right.
And all of that played a part of him too, and that was extremely abnormal. So, and then his reading, you know, his the books he read, the authors he read, Poe and all of them, went into this whole part of his mental thinking that created this monster.
Bryce, you want to talk about Edgar Allan Poe for a second?
So just really quickly, Steve, question for you. So again, because I haven't read, I'll tell you what happened to me and then you tell me the significance of that in your opinion.
Okay.
So when I first agreed to come onto the team, again, I hadn't been in LA for this purpose yet. I immediately started to receive, so the way that I work as a medium is if I sit down and speak to somebody, their loved one usually comes through, but sometimes I'll receive signs when I'm not actually in a reading. And signs for me can be like images, symbols, numbers, things that kind of like catch me off guard or are out of place. So something that I kept seeing and I couldn't place why I was seeing it was The Raven by Poe. And this was happening again and again and again to the point where I would walk into a store and there was like a big mural of Edgar Allan Poe and then all this Raven stuff, or something on my phone would get changed to like Raven while I was talking, or a client came in and gave me a copy of I'm not kidding, like this was time after time after time to the point where, again, I hadn't gone to investigate yet. So finally in the group chat, I say something to all of them after like, I think it was, I had received an email and I couldn't track back who the email was from. I couldn't figure it out. And it was written out. And then what made me connect it to the show was it says in The Raven, in a gloomy December night or some, I don't have the words correct, but it was, that's when we were going to investigate. So I messaged them, Karen and Lisa meaning, and they were like, yeah, I think there is some significance with that. I don't know how much, it was very little validation that you gave me, but you said, yes, I think it is. And then months and months later, I guess this was around like October, November that this was happening for me.
Yeah.
Karen tells me that you published a book again. I have been putting off reading them because I don't want to be influenced. Published a book in November and there was like a page of one of Poe's books inscribed to a woman from George. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a first edition Edgar Allan Poe that George.
Oh yeah, that was recently discovered by somebody.
Right. So now you just mentioned Poe as like was that one of his favorites?
Yes. Yeah. Poe was a huge, probably one of the, if not the major influence. I mean, but your experience is Raven fucking crazy. It's I'm a firm believer in synchronicity.
Yeah.
Carl Jung's thinking along those lines, and this is, I think, a great example of it. Suddenly, everything is synchronized in your life. That's every time you turn around, you've got a black bird behind you.
It was for weeks. It got to the point where people in my life that didn't even know I was doing the show or anything, I'm like, look again, it's Poe again. And then when a client came in and gave me a copy, she was like, I don't know, I saw this and I thought of you. I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Gotta get out of here. Leave it alone.
All I can say is
stop.
Oh, you have one too.
No, that's the Maltese falcon. That's a falcon, but close enough.
Yeah. So that was, and then I think Karen, you alluded to that about the falcon at some point, because then
Poe was probably his biggest. He was totally into Poe, and that book that was just discovered by the individual with his inscription in it.
Yeah.
That was to his. I think that was probably the woman that he impregnated and was in love with. And if it wasn't her, it was another woman that he was madly in love with, because there's this lengthy inscription to her in this book. And this is books from the 20s.
Yeah.
So
that's insane for so many reasons.
Steve, yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But it's also one of those things, Steve, that, I mean, I would have no reference point that was George's favorite anything, right? Like I don't even know where I would find like just for that to keep coming up.
Right, you
I
wouldn't
didn't
know.
even know
I
who the
didn't.
characters
I've
were in it.
been
So
on
it's
this
just
show for
that's a
9
crazy
years, and I never.
thing. And then there's also been stuff that's come up. So it's interesting that he was dedicating that to women. Because
Yeah, and in fact, when you read the book, you'll find a reference there directly to Poe, and as a young man, they just this one of the articles in a newspaper just is describing him and his eccentricities, let's say, and they mention Poe in this article as being one of his
blowing
favorite.
my mind.
So, yeah.
Wild.
Guys.
All right, you guys, we
Thank
have kept
you for
everybody.
coming.
Steve, I cannot thank you enough
Thank you
for
for
joining
hanging out
us
with
on
us
this very
all night
special
long. Goodness.
episode
pleasure.
here. Guys, don't forget, please help support us. Support the season 2 investigation. Links are down below, voicesfromthegrave.com/support. JoePerreta.com for book a reading. Connections with B for Bryce's reading. Also,
Buy
all
Steve
of them
Rodell's books.
down.
Yeah, go buy Steve's books.
Go buy all of Steve's books if you haven't read them, and join the website or buy some merch. Anything you can do to help. Every dollar.
Like, subscribe, all of
counts.
that stuff.
And
Find
our
us on
website-
Instagram.
Yes.
Yep.
And our website people, we will be in the Rowdy Detectives Pub in about 15 minutes.
Steve, thank you, love.
Steve, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you.
It was
Okay.
Please
really
go buy his
special.
books. They're fantastic.
They are. They're the best. Everybody but Bryce, go buy his book.
Joe can't either.
What?
Don't let Joe do it either.
Joe doesn't read.
I don't know how to read.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank
Love
you.
all.
So much fun.
Bye, everyone. See you in the pub.
Bye, 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 bye.
Bye.